All right, bet we are back live recording. OG special guest in the building. Of course, to my left, co-host, co-creator, co-producer while he has the laptop in hand. Go ahead, introduce.
That's a bar.
What's happening? We back, baby. Welcome all. Welcome few. Welcome all. It is amazing to be here. Kind of forgot how to pod for a second. All right, episode 90. Please stop and subscribe. Give us a like. Give us a comment. A subscription. Go to Grace's YouTube channel. Give her a subscription.
It's all free.
It's all free. Just go do it, please.
Like we just want to work for you.
I'm asking so nicely.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you are not. But thank you to all the new guests. This year is the year of growth. We went from 40 subscribers to 220. So welcome all. I appreciate you guys all for tapping in. I hope we are good enough to keep you around. And if you know any famous people, please tell them to come on our podcast. Because it worked for Bobby Altoff. Maybe it'll work for us.
Yeah.
She just need to start begging.
Bro, she got a Drake interview.
She got a Drake interview. That's crazy.
Like,
You think if I DM him every day, he'll see it eventually?
It's a real tense time for him.
Right, I know.
I don't think so. Do you think Drake controls his Instagram?
Yeah.
We need to find the Finsta.
He definitely controlled that.
I
Instagram.
think
I think he does.
The Champagne Poppy one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it doesn't. You see how he posts.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
That's
else
what
posts
I'm saying,
that.
yeah. It's nobody clearing those. That shit he said about Joe Budden, that no one saw that before that came out.
Not one person. No one. I agree. We got an action-packed show for you guys today. That's my favorite thing to say is we got an action-packed show.
Action-packed show,
fun phrase.
full of twists and turns.
Full of twists and turns. There are a couple things I wanted to talk about quickly. Number one was the new show on Netflix, The Perfect Couple with Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber, the guy that played Sabretooth in X-Men Origins. That's how I know him.
Okay.
But that show is phenomenal. It's another thriller, like murder mystery, not Glass Onion, Knives Out type vibe. Very, very good show. I enjoyed it a lot. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kevin Hart's new show. Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, Taraji P. Henson, Don Cheadle, Chloe Bailey, Lori Harvey, etc. Are all in this new show called Fight Night, based on a true story when Muhammad Ali came down to Atlanta to fight.
I seen that commercial.
Yeah, I heard that was
commercial
good.
was on every
So look, I've watched everything Kevin Hart has ever done because probably my worst character trait is I'm a real Kevin Hart fan. Like, not no fake shit. Like, I've been to his shows. I watch everything.
You have?
I be watching his interviews. Yes,
Yeah.
I've been to 3
You
Kevin
got
Hart
money.
shows. They're not
The
that
elite.
bad. I actually
Dale get to it. And a Windows laptop on his lap. And ain't no Chromebook up there.
With another one in the corner.
Yeah, right.
Heaven.
But yeah, I'm a big Kevin Hart fan. So but I'm not one of the ones that's like everything he does is so good. Like I know when he does some shitty shit, I'm
Like
just gonna
Jumanji.
watch it because no, Jumanji's crazy. The first one is really
fault. I
good.
just do
The
that
first
like
one
that.
is really good. The second one is okay.
I just do that to see if you do it.
My fault. I couldn't. I'm a piece of shit. But Fight Night is incredible. Like it's not about Kevin Hart. Like it's not like it is, but that has nothing to do with him. Like the show itself, the plot, the story, how it happened, why it happened was all incredible. The person that played Muhammad Ali, I did not get his name. I'll try to find it later. But he was incredible as
You
Muhammad
mentioned Chloe
Ali.
Bailey. What is her role?
That's an important question.
What is she like?
She
doing?
is
Like, is it
let
like,
me see, I don't want to say it.
have you seen Swarm?
No.
Oh,
No,
God.
I have not. She is. I can't tell you without spoiling it, so I don't want to say it.
Okay, all right.
But it's nothing that
Is her acting good,
Does
though?
she?
Yes, everything is good. Everything is good. I mean, it's like lower budget, so it's
She getting her back broke?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
I'm glad Grace asked.
I would have said that in the group chat a long time ago. If that was good. But
Yeah, they just suspended Von Miller 4 games
for what? PEDs?
for personal conduct.
Oh,
That's kind of worse.
yeah, a little bit. What did he? What he have done?
That's
For
scary.
sure,
You know,
my thing is
when
really-
the NFL don't say what it is, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very broad.
But Fight Night is amazing. I think everybody should give it a watch. Seriously, it is a very interesting story because, like I said, it's based on a true story. Of course, the little things some are exaggerated a little bit, but for the most part, everything is based on a true story, and it is amazing to figure out how all of this started because it involves in how Atlanta became Atlanta and who was behind the vision of Atlanta becoming Atlanta and the mecca that it is for black people and things of that nature. So it is fire. It is fire.
Yeah, the
sounds
commercial
good.
look hard.
It is very fire. And it hasn't finished. It's a mini series, but I think it's 8 episodes. It's on episode 6 or 7 right now.
Okay, bro.
And anything else that I see over the weekend that I wanted to come in here and talk about?
Aaron Hernandez show, guys. Penguin show.
I heard that.
Guys.
I heard Penguin is good. I'm watching like 3 shows right now. So
I'm waiting for Penguin to finish. What 3 shows are you watching?
Succession, obviously. If you haven't seen it, please tap in. 11 out of 10 show.
Top 5 show ever. No funny shit.
I'm almost done with my Insecure rewatch. I'm kind of sad about that, but yeah, I just made season 5 yesterday, and I just started back watching Scandal too. So that way, when I'm done with Insecure, because I never saw the last season of Scandal.
Insecure was like one of the first shows I like rage quit. Like I was like
rage quit.
I get it though. I get it. Was it in season 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But you have to finish it because season 5 is so good.
Yeah, it was like connected to some like real because I was watching with somebody and me and that person was arguing and watching the show.
Listen.
Yeah.
My life is literally going like season 4 right now.
Yeah.
I am watching something else right now. What was it? Sex in the City. Sex in the City. I did not know. I didn't know what Sex in the City was about because as a kid, I was like, "Oh shit, let me watch this so I can watch some people fuck."
Yeah.
But then I turned on that, and it was just this white lady walking through New York with coffee, and I'm like, "I'm 7, don't really care about this."
Yeah.
No, it's so good.
But hey, twin.
The drama. I've seen Sex in the City like 3 times. It's so good.
Hey, twin. Something else that helps is the episodes are only 22 minutes. So
that's not that bad. Yeah.
Man, that shit is so good, bro.
8 episodes, 2 hours.
And everybody's life is just a mess.
And everybody's life is a mess. And it's like, it definitely, you can tell that it played a part in how relationships were formed since the show was released. Mm-hmm. Like, everything they say is how women feel and how men feel about relationships.
That's hard.
Like, you can tell people watch the show and applied it to real life.
Yeah.
I can rock with that.
It is phenomenal.
You have to see the movies, too.
Like the Gay Friends.
They have 2, yeah. They're both really good.
That's so silly.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's really dramatic.
Bring back TV shows that get movies for no reason. Bring back that shit.
And surprisingly, the spinoff is pretty good too.
My problem with today is like we say we get more content than ever, but we really don't. You remember when like
they were remaking everything,
random video games?
Yes.
Like the movie would just have a random game. Like
Lilo and Stitch.
Like you had no clue that Finding Nemo game existed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy for some reason. Like
yes.
You don't get none of that. No, like I had the Incredibles game. Fam, the Incredibles game was
one of the best games you'll ever see. SpongeBob has had multiple games.
Like, he has so many on different on platforms.
Yes, everywhere.
Right. PC, Xbox,
DS.
You
should get on the computer play the games for real? Man.
They got SpongeBob Mario Kart. I got to download it right now. It's a SpongeBob Mario Kart essentially. Like it's all Nickelodeon characters.
Yeah,
that shit's crazy.
That sounds tough.
It's literally just a rip off of Mario Kart.
Yeah, I have a game on my Switch with like all Nickelodeon characters and they fight.
Oh, I was talking about the Brawl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the like celebrity brawl or cartoon brawl. Yeah. That shit is fun.
Okay.
Oh, but I've been rewatching Abbott too because Abbott's about to come back.
Oh yes,
man, that's a good rewatch.
That's
a good rewatch.
That's one of the shows we'll put on during dinner with each other.
And it's gonna be 22 episodes this season.
Yeah. Like she is.
That nigga walked up. He's a black. It's pronounced Zach.
I'm Zach. The kid was like, Mr. Eddie, if I swallow the seed, is there gonna be a lemon in my stomach? It was just like.
Yo, shout out Tyler James Williams. Shout out Chris.
A childhood hero of mine.
Yeah.
Him and Vincent Martella.
Man, my God.
Yeah. Quiet as kept. I didn't know I didn't realize he was Phineas till after.
Yes.
Really?
He was Phineas.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I couldn't tell. Niggas just getting to it. Just
Ashley
what we doing today. Like,
yeah, right. That is true. Straight after the theme song.
Yo, like what's the
So
move?
what's up? What's the move?
What do we want to start with? The world is our oyster. The people are here for us. So
let's hit Future first.
Future?
Grace is
what
here.
Future oh shit!
Future's 3. We haven't finished.
Yeah.
We haven't finished.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't finish.
I'm so glad Grace is. I'm so
too.
glad Grace is. I wish Nelson was here too, because I gotta have that conversation with y'all. Y'all are becoming unk for real. Cause that Pluto ski flow is crazy. That shit is crazy. All right, let's get into it. How do y'all feel about the tape? Well, just a mixtape.
Well, from what I heard, I liked it better the second time I tried to listen to it. Because I was trying to listen to it on my way to work at like 10 a.m. and it just wasn't really hitting for me. But then when I got off, I listened to it again. But I be listening to him on the way to work all the time. But I guess it's because it was mixtape.
We live in Atlanta.
Future.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll listen to
Future
Nudie at 8 a.m.
Future motivate me to not go to work. Like,
Exactly.
like I might go home depending on the album.
What goes in the pot first? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked. Let me look at the track list. I liked Too Fast. I feel like people were saying that song was mid.
Too Fast was hard.
Too Fast is one of the best songs on there.
The intro was really good. Ski was crazy.
Ski is
Brazier.
Ocean.
Brazier. Is that how you say it?
That Ocean flow.
Yeah, the run from like Brazier, I don't know how you say that. From that to Made My Hoe Faint, that was a really good run. And then I didn't finish. But I'm gonna get back to it. I might do that today.
Hey, well, listen. I rolled up a good one. I was listening to it. He got to that Pluto ski flow, and I was like, "This nigga's a genius."
Yeah, that shit pissed me off.
So here's how I really feel about the project. I think it is very important to go into projects knowing the intention of the project.
Yeah,
true.
I think people get very disappointed in projects because they don't go into it with the expectation the artist expects you to have from it. So when Drake drops More Life and says this is a playlist, you shouldn't be listening for a cohesive album because he told you it's not that. And when Future drops 2 cohesive albums, 2 classic albums arguably, from the rap vulnerable bag we get from Future and We Don't Trust You, and then his R&B rap thing he does from type Hendrix vibe and We Still Don't Trust You, when he is dropping an album called Mixtape Pluto, all of the snippets you have heard are just him rapping about nothing and just being cooler than you. Yep. And the album doesn't have any of the rollout ambition that We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You did.
Shit.
Yeah. It was a mixtape. He told you it was a mixtape. He told you this is Mixtape Pluto. This is his 3rd project this year and his 4th project in 2 years. I feel
like people do that with so many artists, though.
Yeah. If you expect the Future to get on that project and give you another We Don't Trust You, that was your fault.
Facts.
That was your fault for expecting that because he was not doing that. He gave you nothing to make you think he was doing that. And then you actually play the album and you start realizing, okay, song by song, rap about what he raps about, and every song is under 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, this is a mixtape. Go find the 7 songs you like. Go find the 7 Future flows you like, and play them when you work out or when you get off work or when you in the trap.
Yeah, that's my sentiment. That's my sentiment. Because I didn't like every song that I heard, but I liked. Yeah. There was nothing I heard other than that song that I thought was just bad.
What song? Oh,
Plutoski. Yes. I think the rest of them were listenable. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I think I just need to listen to it in a different headspace. Because at 10 a.m. was kind of crazy.
And also, by the way, you artists that are coming up, you're not Future. So you don't have the luxury of doing this. Future gets a luxury of doing this because Future has built a cachet and a fan base and $1 billion worth of music catalog. So he is able to take a training camp. Let's call it that. Yeah. It's essentially a training camp of rap. That is what a mixtape is. If you go back and listen to anybody's mixtape,
that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put that.
It's a workout.
Lyrical exercise.
Yes, and that is all it is. If you look at it that way, then I think it is easier to judge.
So that is why
I liked it.
That's why I looked at that song like that, because when I think of mixtape Future, I'm trying to see like what did he think was too much to put on the album. Like, what barrier did he push too far that was like, let's put that on the mixtape? Mm-hmm. And that's why I think the Plutoski shit's so funny, because it is just like nobody else would think mid-song be like, you know what? Go zombie flow. Like
that just made me so mad.
Zombie flow. Go zombie flow. I was like, and listen, that shit started to go. But like, I love I feel like Future is such a super underrated, like, actual rapper. Like, Press the Button, he is getting off on Press the Button.
He's getting off on Lost My Dog, too.
Dog.
Getting off.
He was in the middle of a bar on Press My Button. Stopped. Did the ad-lib. Came back and said, I just had to get the ad-lib right. And then put it on the next bar. Like, fam, that nigga is really rapping, bro.
And I think Oath is one of the best flows I've heard of a rapper get in 2 years. That flow on Oath is absurd. Yeah. So salute. But I was talking and you said I don't like when rappers do that regarding the intentionality behind the projects. What did you mean by that?
No, I didn't. No, I said people treat a lot of artists like that.
Oh, okay. What did you mean by that? Sorry.
I mean, like for example, well, what I think of every time is like when Beyonce dropped Renaissance, all the people that were saying it was bad because it wasn't, or even the people that say it's bad because they wanted R&B Beyonce. Yeah. If you want that, she already has other stuff you can go listen to. Same thing with Bryson Tiller, though. Like when Bryson Tiller dropped True to Self and everyone was mad because it didn't sound like trap soul.
Oh, yeah. Dang, I feel bad for Bryson.
And like,
was one
You
of
could
them
go
niggas.
listen to Trap Soul.
I was definitely one of them niggas. I was-
I like that album. I don't like every song on there, but I think
is
it
that
got
what crazy? Is that what drove you crazy? Is that one on True Yourself? I feel like
no.
that is.
That's a Gucci Mane song.
That is, yeah, that's a crazy Gucci song. Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is what I say to that.
True to Self had Run Me Dry.
Your Beyonce part is correct. First off, Beyonce can never do anything wrong, and we love you, Queen. But that part is 100% correct. The Bryson Tiller point, I would like to offer you some pushback because this is a thing.
RP Tupac.
But before you do that, I agree because I think that his music has gotten worse over the years. But I'm thinking like that specifically. I thought True to Self was pretty good.
I don't want to address the albums. We can take the albums out of the equation. I want to talk about the sound. Bryson Tiller got on a certain sound, doing a certain thing with a certain vibe, certain flow, certain beats, and gave you a certain energy from his music, similar to Black. And it was new. It was new. It was something fresh, and it was different. I believe when you are in that, and that is your first project, and that is what you gave your friends and that fans, and that is what they fell in love with you for, you should do that one more time. I feel like you owe it to even if it's on a mixtape. So even if he would have came back the next year and dropped an 8-song mixtape with similar vibes to Trap Soul and then dropped True to Self, I think it would have been received differently because we would have gotten more than just one album of you doing this thing. We loved you got popular arena tours, shows, festivals, headlines. Well, you did all of that off this one album and then completely abandoned that sound for something new. Like, I think the Kanye's, the Waynes, the et cetera, that pushed the envelope.
Yeah, they can do that.
It set a bad. It's I don't want to say bad, but it set a
unrealistic
expectation on how you're supposed to move. If you look at when Wayne went rock and auto-tune and all of that, he had been rapping for 12 years. He had did the rap, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
7 mixtapes. He had did the rap thing forever. When Kanye went to Rockstar 808s, he had 3 classic albums out.
Yeah,
like
he was
it's
albums deep.
He was albums deep, beats deep on everybody's album. Features, same with Wayne. And then if it's anybody, Beyonce, she went to the house music. It took her 6 albums being compared to Michael Jackson and blah blah before she changed who she essentially was as an artist. So I think a lot of artists feel like, all right, I got to be different. I got to do something different immediately, and that's not the case.
Yeah, I feel like the sophomore slump is getting people a lot more than it used to now.
Agreed.
Like, no offense, Olivia Rodrigo, first album clears the second album.
Listen, that first album go.
Yeah.
The first album go.
I was excited for her second album, and then it was just like,
Yeah, no shit.
It'll
You
do.
know, shit. We'll bounce back.
I hope so. That little Mexican girl that be crying.
But yeah, I think the sophomore slump also plays a part into people. We're in a microwave society, so where another thing that people are younger artists are watching and thinking is replicable is the Kendrick 4 or 5 year break, the SZA 4 or 5 year break. You're not Kendrick, you're not SZA. You have to be honest about the artist you are. Kendrick took a break after, again, Kanye-esque 3 classics.
Yeah.
SZA took a break after one of the best R&B albums people had heard after she dropped Control, and she was still doing features, she was still active on Instagram, she was still doing these things and being in front of people. So, and SZA needed to go through artist development. She became a better singer, she became a better performer, her show got better itself outside of the performance. So, and then, you know,
BBL
come on
SZA.
now. You see,
BBL
hey, look,
SZA.
I ain't gonna say that.
come on now. That
BBL
rubber ducky
SZA.
sauce, baby. What you talking about?
Yeah, she looks good. I'm getting sick of her though. Did y'all see her on the Hot Ones interview dressed like an ant?
I just, no disrespect, I just know what type of girl SZA is. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like it's so on brand.
Yeah,
It's
like,
so on brand. Like,
she yeah, I'm
and
weird.
you lie.
Like, yeah, she's like, I'm
Quirky.
weird, yeah.
and you lie.
I don't even got a TV in my house.
Yeah.
Right, SZA. Yeah,
By the way, your
I don't even be outside like that.
yeah.
And you tweeted.
Bro, yo, that was some real life, real deal stuff I was going through. Like,
I believe it.
Like, what do you mean you don't be? I met you outside. Like, we met outside
Never in the
together.
club.
Like, what do you mean I don't be outside for real.
But all right,
Also, Baby Keem needs to drop something.
Oh, Baby King about to drop. Baby King about to drop.
Did he give us a date?
Nah, he put something on his website, some weird stuff on.
Exactly.
You
so
know,
that
Not good
kind of
enough.
you know what they be doing? They be acting weird and shit.
Soon.
Yeah.
that kind of brings
He
me
gonna
to
pop up
my
at a
next
ranch or
point.
something, like.
that kind of brings me to my next point regarding what I sent you guys earlier regarding the industry shakeup. So real quick, and me and Ish have kind of been on top of this vaguely, kind of mix it in with the Drake and Kendrick beef because we do believe that it plays a part into this. But Atlantic Records has fired over 200 people this year. Yeah. This past layoff was a fourth layoff, and they fired over 170 people in this layoff. And they are consolidating Atlantic Records essentially, and I do not know the reason why. I have a few guesses that I'll get into later, but I'm not exactly sure. But they removed the head of marketing. Like they fired the head of marketing at Atlantic Records. They fired the head of black music at Atlantic Records. They fired the vice president of marketing. They fired the president of relationship management. So the essential positions of what makes an artist great, what makes you be able to hit certain markets, the things that artists pop up in their billboards in Times Square and they didn't have nothing to do with it. Like, those people are getting fired. And that leads me to believe that I know something is going on. I just don't know where it is headed, why it is happening. It worries me because when you take music people, because these people have been in these positions for 15, 20, 30 years. Some of these people have been in these positions since the 90s, working for Atlantic or various music labels in the same position since the 90s. So they have watched the music change. They have watched the music grow, and they really understand the intricacies of the music industry and what makes a great artist and what makes great artist development. So removing these people from these positions is gradually and naturally going to affect the artist one way or another. So my question and just the topic of discussion for me is when you hear all of these layoffs and you hear the games Lucy and Grange are playing and the games Drake and Larry Jackson are playing with Game of Records and Atlantic is firing literally everybody. 10K Records, which was a record label 7 months ago, is no longer a record label, and Ice Spice got to find a new home and things of that nature. Do you still feel like rap and not even, we can take it off rap, R&B, and all other genres of music, do you really feel like it's in a good place when you hear these things?
No. I think people are being weird behind closed doors.
Elaborate.
Like, just creepy. Like, people are probably doing shady shit up there, and they're like, well, clean house.
Yeah, I think
like Diddy. I think Diddy, because Kevin Lyles was in a rape case with Trey Songz a few years ago.
Yeah. Say that word again.
Yeah.
You just gotta say that word.
Oh, great. Okay. Grape.
Yeah.
Abuse. Let's go with abuse. I'm
muted. It's okay.
Yeah, an abuse case with Trey Songz a few years ago, and as soon as they roped Diddy up, he stepped down.
Listen, I don't
think that this is all coincidental.
Let's definitely put a tinfoil hat. Let's put the tinfoil hat on in our minds. It feels like you mentioned all the people getting laid off, the consolidation of different companies. To interject some rap into it, it feels like what Kendrick was talking about on Watching the Party Die, where a lot of these people who have been in positions of power for a long time, or very popular, powerful people like you talked about with like Kevin Lyles and D's, all of them, where it's like we're hitting an inflection point where something big is happening with Puff, and it's going to change a lot of things just around him too. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we are. But also, I kind of view it like glass half full, where I think we're in a good place now because we're kind of at the end of it. If it turns out a certain way, like if all these people resigning and people stepping down, and everybody getting fired, everybody getting laid off, is because, like Grace has said, it's been some weird stuff going on, and now it can't be anymore, or it'll be, of course, less because always be weird people. But then I see glass half full, like, okay, music may be going to a good place.
Yeah, clean house.
Right, and just a way to and just basically start over. But another way to look at it, and this is what I initially thought was like, a lot of labels, I don't want to say have done a bad job the last recent years, but I think it says a lot that all the best artists now have been the best artists for like 12, 15 years now.
All right.
And I also feel like everybody's trying to be independent too.
I think labels threw away so much money on bad artists, bad marketing, bad ideas, that now they don't have the legs to stand on before because you're still failing. And because they're failing, like, your competition now holds a position in the game that they shouldn't, if that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Thank you. Like you said something so important, that the artists that have been the great artists have been the great artists for 10 years now.
Right.
And that was where I was kind of headed to, was, is this a positive or negative with the consolidation of the music group, of the music labels, and music changing? Ebro and Joe Budden said the music industry as we know it is changing forever, and that's just what it is. Right. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Where the glass is half empty for me is at every twist and turn of the label, at every twist the music industry has made, the artist has always gotten left behind. And that is what worries me, is that the artist is still okay with the glitz and the glamour. Right. Because I'm not talking about Taylor Swift when I say this. Yeah. Let's start there. I'm not talking about Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Drake, anybody that has been who you know to be the upper echelon of music for the past 10 years, Kendrick, Rod Wave. I'm not talking about any of them that is platinum records, every album, 100,000 every week. They're excluded from this because they are the people making the money. Right. So they're excluded from this. They're always going to get what they need. Yeah. This is for the up and coming, the trying to establish your Don Tollivers, that realm of people, your Don Tollivers, Lil Papa, Glorilla, that realm of artists that is still trying to establish, still trying to grow and be a Drake, be a Kendrick. Yeah. I noticed that when the label signs you, they give you $1 million, $2 million in signing bonus, and then they give you an advance, and then they give you they'll go buy you some change, they'll go buy you some wardrobe, buy you this, that, and the third. And does that flash stop you from thinking about
what's really going on?
This
bigger picture.
Right. Like, it's 90 outfits on this rack right here. Yeah. Somebody had to pay for this.
Yeah.
It's chicken, it's fried rice, it's candy, it's all of this in my rider. Somebody had to pay for this. Like, we're going through these things and you're realizing the expenses that you're generating yourself. Oh, I've been in the studio for 12 hours every day for 3 straight months. Yeah. Somebody had to pay for this. Right. I've had the same engineer in here for all 12 of those hours every session. Yeah. Somebody is paying him. And so I don't know if they are paying attention to the things around them to notice that the people that their people are supposed to go to at the label are no longer there. So if Lil Papa has a manager
who is that?
He's on CMG, he's a fire ass rapper from Florida. But if he go to his label and he goes to his manager, who is supposed to go to the label, and the person at the label that his manager has been addressing is no longer there. Right. Does the artist take that as, okay, maybe I should stop, rethink, and go back to the drawing board and figure out how I want to navigate my fan base? Or do they just ignore it because of the money around it?
Right.
I think they ignore it, which is why people have trouble when they blow their advance in a few days. Everybody doesn't make that money back, and then you're in debt, and then you have to keep being a slave forever.
And that is an excellent point.
360 deals.
That also brings up back to Ish's point about how we're not making the money we're supposed to be making off of you artists, so we have to figure out how to change plans. But like I said, the artist seems to always get left behind in these plans. So how do you think, or what do you think would be the way for the artist to get a fair share in this change that
redefined print?
Is obviously coming?
It's really the to have a broad discussion about it. I think that the end goal, like the thing, the catalyst that will have to change it, sadly, is not in the artist's hands, and it's in the fans' hands. And I've been saying this for 3 or 4 months, and I really hope that just us saying it enough outside will kind of change the frame and how we look at artists. The reason artists can't go independent is because fans won't support you when you're independent, because fans don't want to be the only people listening to you. Well,
they pick and choose when they want to do that, because some people it's cool, and then whenever you get too big, it's oh.
That's a good point.
Or if you're too small, niggas were so cool listening to Meek when he was doing 200 the first week. Meek doing 26 first week, you don't want to be listening to Meek because it looks weird because he's only doing 26. But the problem is all those numbers are fake. All those first week sales, the radio play, all how they're calculating it is all fake. They literally delayed the first week sales because Travis was going to outsell Sabrina Carpenter. It was like, no, we got to figure out how these they took out the last 10 minutes of sales off Travis' website. It was like, well, yeah, it got processed, but it really didn't get sent out. So those really don't count. So she needs to be like, all that stuff is paid for. All those streams, numbers, those are not your direct listens. And because they control the artist perception in that way, it's hard for artists to be like, all right, I'm going to separate and just do it independently. You really don't see no artists that have left the label, went independent, and stayed commercially successful as they were before.
Because they're broke.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I've been trying to tell, that's what I've been trying to kind of get away, because it's hard to call somebody broke when you broke. Not, I'm not really broke,
That's a
but
bar.
I don't got millions of dollars. So
We're
I'm
financially challenged.
but
Financially unstable.
when I say broke, I mean like you would think rapper X is making
Like
$2 million
swimming
a
in
year.
money.
He got buku money. Like he got the money he rapping about.
Right.
He does not. No. This is the label. The label has advanced him this money.
Yeah.
He has spent this money, and now he is trying to make it back.
Damn, those chains belong to Atlantic.
Thank you. So
That's why I feel like Tory keeps dropping all these songs separately because he is independent and owns his masters. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Nobody hears it.
yeah.
you have to. So that's where I was going, because you were talking about the artists when they go independent, they don't they never are able to keep the same success. I keep reiterating the past 2 or 3 shows, you're nothing without the team around you. You're nothing around the people around you. Remember what I said about Wayne when we had the show 2 weeks ago, and I was like the people around Wayne shouldn't have let him release that video on Instagram. Fuck what Lil Wayne thought. The people around him should told him, no, you're not doing this. You're gonna stay so quiet like you always do. Right. And that is what I'm speaking to when I say that these artists, they're broke in pockets, and they are ignorant in mindset. Yeah. So they're not paying attention to how much money is being pushed behind them, and how much money it costs to get your song on every major radio station in the country. How much it costs to have your song on this commercial. How much it costs to have your song on this billboard in Times Square, this billboard in Atlanta, and this billboard in LA. And then we got to put you on the front page of Rap Caviar, put you on the front page of Spotify, front page of Tidal, and then you got to pay for your studio session. You got to pay for your engineer. You want the best mixes. Then you got to shoot music videos with $10,000, $15,000 cameras and 200 people on the set working this interview. This music video. Then you got to go get somebody to edit it. So you're talking about an album process that literally costs $1 million.
Yeah.
These rappers don't even want to be rappers. They want to be celebrities. So when you tell them you got to spend $1 million, $1.5, $2 million to put out a classic and to market it the way a classic is supposed to be marketed, they gonna look at you like you crazy.
Do you think that's what's taking Cardi B so long?
Well, I wanted to mention Cardi B along with a couple other artists because I feel like a lot of the reason a lot of these labels are firing everyone is because we've seen, I feel like, a good crop of artists not be able to take that next step. And eventually, it's easy to say, oh yeah, she ain't got nothing to say. But when it's artists where I like when Meg get on his, that is an artist that has something to say and has the talent to say it. Cardi B, whether I think she a great rapper or not, she has a bunch of bops and people want to hear music from her. Like, it's so many artists I feel like are trying to break through the up and coming to stable artist territory, and they can't. And eventually, like, it's an accountability world. Someone needs to be held accountable for it, and that's what you're seeing now, because it's no reason that Ice Spice should already be declining. Like Glorilla was so close to declining, and she kicked it into high gear.
Yeah.
And she started dropping some joints.
Yeah.
Like
All
Sexy
year.
Red, all them, like, and you're all seeing them hit this like glass ceiling, or it's like, oh yeah, you got a couple bops I listen to, but maybe not enough for a whole album. But you still should keep dropping singles. Like, it feels like they're all failing kind of the same way. And once I see that, I think they're not being managed right. They're not being put around the right people. Like, Dirk shouldn't be doing a song with Kai Cenat. Dirk shouldn't have an I Show Speed feature. I know those aren't Dirk ideas. There are things, and it's so many, like, just little red flags you'll see. Like, okay, they don't know what's up.
And I think that's why people want to go independent so bad. Like, even though they like don't realize that like you actually need this, is because the labels are doing such shady stuff, and they feel like the label doesn't care about them, so they like try to take matters into their own hands. But it's like you're really hurting yourself in your career.
Exactly, and that is why it is important to be in all of the meetings. Be everywhere everywhere they're talking about you, you should be.
Yeah.
Everywhere someone is having a conversation that you can be involved in, you should be there because you need to know what these labels are thinking about you. You need to know what these labels think of your music, what they think of you, what they think of you as a person, as an artist, all of that, because then you can better reflect and move in a way that makes sense for your career, because you have a lot of people managing your career that the label hired. So they don't even know you. They don't know you, Ice Spice. They don't know nothing about you, why you want to be a rapper, why you a rapper, if you just want to shake your ass and just why you have fans. They don't know nothing.
Shout out Atlanta. Listen, Atlanta is such an amazing show. It's over now. It's absolutely a great rewatch, especially the stuff going on right now. But there's an episode of Atlanta where they're going to like really get signed for the first time, and like they show you the different type of labels, kind of. And it's super important, like you said, to be in the room. Like, people give Dame Dash a lot of, like, of course, a lot of flack. Because Dame, he was, moving a little crazy. Carmen don't miss anybody. But one of my favorite things about Dame, Rockefeller, and Hove, it's a video of them having a Jay-Z meeting, and Dame wasn't there. And Dame walked in the meeting like, why are y'all talking about Jay-Z and I'm not here? He stopped the meeting, said, someone explain to me why y'all are talking about my artist, the biggest artist here, and y'all don't got a nigga in the room. Like, and it's really important that younger artists understand. And this is why hip hop is so tough, because it's kind of the only like there's not a bridge between the younger and older artists, where it's like, yeah, Jay got handled a certain way because they had to move differently than artists move. They were in all the meetings. Dame made sure that the nigga who worked his song knew why he was working his song, who he worked it to, and what the idea is. Now, I don't know if it's because the internet, everybody's so separate. There's no regionalism. Yeah. Like, it feels like so separated artist to artist.
Because I also think people don't want to be these artists. They want, like he was saying, they want to be famous. Facts. So, like, people just think that if they could get like one little hit song, then they can branch off into other stuff and like get these major brand deals and then market themselves elsewhere. But it like doesn't work like that.
And that's where I want to bring another point to your meetings is Thug. There was a video of Thug going around, Free Him. He was in a meeting with the label people, and he was in a meeting with his manager, and they were telling him he basically needs to be in front of his fans more. And he was like, no. He was like, no, part of the reason my fans like me so much is because I don't talk. He was like, part of the he was like, I'm a rapper, bro. Like, and his manager's like, yes, it adds to the mystique of who he is. And I was like, you can tell Thug got somebody that know his vision, understand where he is trying to go to, and is going to fight for him in them rooms when he's not around. But you saw Thug was in that meeting to stand up for himself, because if he does have a manager hired by the label, then they gonna come to Thug and be like, hey, Thug, start dancing on TikTok. And then he gonna be like, nah. He gonna be like, well, the label said so. Are they gonna do this, this, and this? And so now you watching Thug and Gunna dance on TikTok for no reason, because he simply was not in the meeting that he should have been in, and all of this could have been stopped. 100%. And that is happening to artists all over the nation. Yeah. And it is you said a big word, accountability. Both sides have to hold accountability. We like to yell at the label and scream at the label, but the label serves a purpose, and it serves a great purpose. If you want to see somebody, if you want to ask questions about labels, go look at Drake. Drake does not become Drake without a label. Wayne, Kendrick, Cole, every big rapper, Usher, does not become a hit, a sensation, a superstar without a label, without a team behind them. But the issue is, and the difference is with those superstars, is they were in the meeting, like Hove was, which is why Hove became Hove. And now you have these rappers that, back to Grace's point, that just want to be famous, just want to be on the internet, just want some brand deals, want some millions of dollars, and move out to LA and post on IG for the look. The labels don't care about you. Right. So when you don't build the fan base, Ish said this perfectly. Like, when you don't build the fan base, your fans are not listening to you because they like you. Your fans are listening to you because it is cool to listen to you at this point. As soon as people stop listening to Ice Spice, people left. Yeah. Taylor Swift has built a fan base. Taylor Swift doesn't have to say a word. If she drops an album tomorrow night, it is going platinum in 2 weeks because she has a fan base. Beyonce, she could drop an album tonight, this moment, at this time, and I will stop this podcast and listen to the album because I am a Beyonce fan and I'm a fan of this person. You guys are artists are having fans that are a fan of a melody, are a fan of back to the Bryson Tiller. They're a fan of a melody, they're a fan of a sound, they're a fan of something you did. They're not a fan of you. That is something I will credit Meg in, is that although Meg, when I was watching the VMAs, I was like, oh shit. A lot of these fans don't know Meg's music. She had to say, "Can y'all sing along 6-7 times?" Y'all don't know these music, but Meg has a fan base. Right. So if Meg drops some panties, they gonna go buy them. Meg drop an alcohol, they gonna go buy it. Meg drop a podcast and drop a Patreon that's $25 a month to listen to her. They gonna go buy it because she has a fan base.
She got a Nike deal.
Ariana did that today. She dropped a surprise deluxe, like a slight deluxe of Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
And didn't say a word, just dropped it.
And when you have a fan base, you can do these things. Right. But on the label side, because we've been talking about what the artists can do better, on the label side, where you guys have to take accountability is you built this microwave society, so the artists thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Y'all were the ones who started going to sign the TikTok rappers that don't have no songs, and every now and then some of them will work out, like Doechii. Doechii worked out. She was found off TikTok. It worked out. She's
Shout out
to
Doechii.
Salute to Doechii. We'll get to her album in a second. But every artist, every rapper you hear, artist, some people just tried to make a TikTok hit to make some money. And then they made the money, and now you looking at them in their face saying, "I want a 2-album deal." Right. They don't even know how to make a song.
Right.
Yeah. And then they have the shows, and nobody knows any of the words except that one part that's on TikTok.
And they don't know how to perform. They don't know nothing. Yeah. So the labels are just putting people out here that don't deserve it, haven't earned it, and shouldn't be in these positions, and they're confused when they're not getting a return on their investment. 1,000%. So it's an even edged sword. Like the artist has to do better in knowing their business and understanding their business and how to build a fan base, which is what you were taught in artist development, which is why Jadakiss can still go on tour and do shows, which is why Wayne, etc., can Styles P, etc.
80% of Pusha T album sales were pure sales. Niggas getting up, driving to Ghost. Like, you could get on Apple Music. No. His fan base, such a specific fan base, they still get up and go get the CD.
Are they going to iTunes and buying
I don't think people realize that, like, people's sales that they used to do, like in the early 2000s, are not the same as they are now. Like, this is before streaming. Like, you had to go out and buy. Like,
and they're counted. They were counted. That's the thing. They were counted so much differently because you were able to say, okay, this many people bought it. Mm-hmm. With the stream, they said, all right, we're going to take that number and divide it by 1,500. What?
Crazy decimal.
Like,
crazy
what
decimal.
does that even mean?
What do you mean?
Like who said okay to this?
That's what I'm saying. Who said okay? Like,
you have to stream an album like 50 times for it to count.
Yeah,
like,
1,500. You got to stream it 1,500 times.
And another point. This is a great point because you just brought up. We just said who okayed this. Yeah. We asked. We just said who okayed this. 10 minutes ago, I said, how does an artist actually be a part of the change and not be left behind? And in 7 years, how we were like, well, because they were if you guys think back, if we have a younger artist, take you back a little bit to about 2011, why streaming started was because niggas kept downloading the music illegally.
Yep.
I didn't pay for music ever. I heard everything. like the mixtapes was free, so people was getting free music. And then when people would drop albums, it would be on YouTube in 2 seconds, and you go YouTube MP3 and have an entire album on your phone without paying a dime. So people were literally losing money because people weren't paying for albums. So streaming came along, and the artists got left behind. Hoes tried to help, didn't really help, and didn't pay Nicki Minaj, YM. And
listen, she got paid.
And
listen, the artist Nicki Minaj got paid. I don't think she saw them checks though.
That's what it was. She didn't sign a check.
Yeah, hey, listen, hey, you know I know. Listen, you know I be in the chats, I be in the forums too.
But the forums,
not the Reddits.
But
Carter Corner, baby.
Salute Louise. But they so where I'm going is it's important for the artist to be in the room, in the next conversation. And obviously, again, I bring him up. Lil Papa ain't gonna be able to get in the room. Yeah. But Drake can get in that room.
Yeah, like they're not letting 42 Doug in that room.
No, not at all.
Taylor Swift can get in that room. Beyonce can get in that room. Etc.
What you gonna do? Tell them no?
Fact. And listen, shout out, just because we ain't brought his name, shout out Frank Ocean. You know, scoop the label. Listen, Frank Ocean made Blonde. It was like, you know what? A label don't deserve this. Like, you know what? A label do not deserve this album. And got away. He won.
And where I think this, and that's another person that has a fan base. If Frank drops an album, he's going to do 250, 300 because he has a fan base. He can go away. Like you guys, I just spoke about the Kendrick Scissor. Me too. The Kendrick Scissor-esque thing where you go away for 4 or 5 years. Y'all don't have fans. Your fans don't care if you leave because they're not fans of you. They just like the 2 songs you got. So So it's important for the artist. It's important just for the artist to be aware. I think that would be the overarching message of this, is just to be aware of what is going on around you, because this industry is changing right before your eyes. It is changing. I don't think, again, if you one of the big names I named earlier, cool. If you not, don't drop no album. That's what I was about to say. Baby Keem ain't dropping an album. Baby Keem got the TD Kendrick, so he might be okay. But no, you ain't hearing an album from nobody that's not a major act in another year and a half until this label situation is straight. Because nobody can drop an album and know it's going to be marketed properly when the head of marketing just got
everybody's
fired.
getting fired.
So like they said the CEO. So Atlantic is owned by Warner.
We should
Music
apply.
Group. Yeah. Atlantic is owned by Warner Music Group. They said the person that owns Warner Music Group, his last name is something I couldn't pronounce, so I'm not going to butcher it.
Sounds
but
about right.
The CEO of Warner Music Group is in charge of all the publishing now for Atlantic Records. So everything just got to run through one person.
I ain't gonna lie.
That sounds exhausting.
This is it. This is also some super nerd stuff, but Warner Brothers is like imploding also at the same time. So,
I did hear about that. I did hear about that.
Like, absolutely, like they're
tanking.
Yeah, like they're making movies to write them off as tax credits. Like they are absolutely hemorrhaging money right now.
And I'm
hemorrhaging money. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down.
worried that UMG and Lucian Grange and his son are about to consolidate Atlantic and UMG to one.
Yeah, I think they go scoop Warner Music.
That's what I think is all going, and UMG is basically going to own all the music.
Yeah.
And all the music is going to be controlled by two people, and everything is going to have to run through them. And that's terrifying.
That's too much.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Yeah. They're literally creating a monopoly, in the music industry.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
like some
insane.
Disney shit.
Yeah, it is insane. So, prayers to the artists, man. I hope you guys figure this out, because it's important. Where I think everything is going to end is where I said Drake is going.
Fortnite.
Subscriptions. Everything is subscription based now. Like literally everything. Some of these artists are going to get smart, go independent, and start saying, all right, you can subscribe to this website. And when you subscribe to this website, you get all of my music.
It's so crazy how everything repeats itself. Because like back in the day, Miley Cyrus used to have a website when like Hannah Montana first came out, or when she was like starting to branch away from Hannah Montana, and you pay every month for a subscription, and you get like unreleased songs and like unreleased snippets.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that we're back
Shout
to
out
this.
Miley Cyrus.
I'm telling you.
It's called MileyWorld.com.
And AI tech somewhere has something involved in this. I'm gonna say something crazy. This is the last thing I got, and then we can move on.
They're gonna run everything through AI. That's gonna be the final.
That's
thing.
the reason. And you can go ahead.
Okay, so I want to bring this point. Y'all gonna laugh at me. You're gonna tell me I'm crazy, but I was thinking today, and I was like, hold up. Everything goes back to Drake for me. So, did Lucian let Drake? Did he find out what was going on? And he released Taylor Port Freestyle as a kind of
it's a test run.
A test run yo, you can. This isn't gonna work. I'm Drake. I am going to show you. I'm Drake. I'm gonna use the two biggest artists in the world. Two of the best rappers ever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my voice. And I'm going to use AI, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram. And you're going to see this feedback that where you're headed with trying to recreate an artist with AI is never going to work, because people are always going to see through that bullshit. Am I crazy for thinking that, or do you think it's something there?
I think it's the opposite. I think Drake had an idea, and Lucy was like, I think Drake knows where music is going.
Agree.
And I think
1,000%.
In a rap beef of this size, being like, because you got to remember the initial reaction was two-sided, because it was a lot of niggas was tagging me in the chat, yo, real rap back, yo, listen to this shit, yo, Drake just went crazy, oh my god, like, it's still niggas to this day like, yo, it's a good chess move, like, and it was other niggas was like, this AI shit is weird, that shit is ass. So I think it was a test run to be like, how much are people willing to really let slide with this AI shit? Because, and just aside from AI on songs, like, and not just because I do know a couple A&Rs, but like, the job of an A&R is now TikTok. The job of an A&R is no longer an actual job. Your job to find artists with potential, that doesn't exist anymore. It's the trending page. So there are jobs that were needed to be done by people in the music industry before that just naturally over time will not need to be done.
Agreed.
And that's where we are.
All right, that was a riveting conversation. Thank you. That was great. Let's get into some new music as well. And then we'll jump back to Cardi B because we have a lot to say about Cardi B. But
I'm worried about what we're gonna say about Cardi B.
First
You
off,
should be worried about what I have to say about Offset. But
Doechii.
amazing. I'm so sick that I
Floor
forgot
yours.
that her tickets were going on sale and missed it. Now they're reselling for $200
Jesus.
at the Loft, which means that concert was probably $30.
Yeah.
That concert was $12. The Loft is the one over on the Beltline on Reynolds-town.
Yeah, I think
be a lot of
so.
Jordan
'Cause I
Tech
think
kids
that's where Pusha T was last time
Yeah, a
he
bunch
came.
of Sean Kemp jerseys.
That's where Offset was too. Yeah, Sean Kemp jerseys.
Pain, but her
standout album. What did you love?
all of it. I like that it's like TDE does a really good job of picking artists that are good at keeping storytelling and like keeping you engaged throughout the whole album. And I really liked how everything tied in. I don't know if she had the whole alligator thing because she's from Florida, but
She said she had no idea.
oh really?
She said she just completely made it up.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Well, delusion. I like that better. And yeah, just like the cadence she uses, the flow she uses, and like the wordplay, her pen is crazy. And then there's still bops at
Hello.
the end of the day.
Hello.
So it's
That's a
like
fact.
real rap and it's bops
With the Katy Perry feature.
from beginning to end. Crazy.
Yeah, she's special, bro. I've been running that album back like consistently. Again, Slide is my standout
Slide,
from that
yes,
album.
Slide.
That is just absurd. But the self-titled track is really good as well. But her rapping is just it's absurd. I can't wait to hear how she grows. And Joe Budden interviewed her, and I was listening to her. They were asking like, do you want that Kendrick song? Do you want that feature? And this is how I know like TDE really vets and develops their artists before they sign them and before they really go into business with them. And she was like, yeah, of course, like it's Kendrick, blah blah blah. I want the feature, but like honestly, not yet.
Yeah.
She was like, I need to get better. She was like, I need to get better. I want my pen to grow. I want to become a better artist before I jump into that ring with him.
That's a
because that is her understanding that like that is. That's what I'm looking for. She's not doing this shit for the look because like she could have begged for that Kendrick feature, got the Kendrick feature, and not have shown up, and nobody cared about the song. But now that she's taking this approach, when she drops that song, it's going to sound amazing, and it's going to be a great song because she is ready to take that stage with him. And that's kind of the issue with the Drake feature that everybody was getting for the past 6-7 years, where the Drake stimulus package only works if you have a fan base, if you have an audience behind you that wants to listen to you. Like the Migos got the Drake stamp when the Migos were already the Migos and was finna take off anyway. Like Future got, if we call it the Drake stamp, which is really not, I'm just for the sake of the conversation, he got the Drake stamp and Future was already Future when it came. JB Blockboy had no fan base, had one song out that
Same
was going
with Young
crazy.
Blue. Like
Young Blue
checks for him.
Except
Chris Brown.
He's a little bit different though because he's a writer too. So he got
that is true.
McConan and what's the main one? Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap ruined his career with Drake. Drake ruined Fetty Wap's career, and I will stand by that. And
That's true.
I am not saying that.
know.
I'm not saying 10 years from now Fetty Wap will be the biggest artist in the world. I'm saying that 6, 7, that maybe
Would he still be
6, 7
in
is
jail?
right. Yes, he's in jail. Right
I ain't
now.
gonna, I don't
But
mean,
that
I
4 or
don't
5
mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I think it was the eye.
No. It was the what was it the My Way? It was the My Way feature that ruined everything.
I think he should have dropped one more album before he got the Drake feature.
He had it. He had the
because that album was fire.
That album, that time, that Fetty Wap time, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing that man.
Time.
Like
I'm gonna
it
listen to
was
that on the way
a
home.
time, and he got a Drake feature, and all people cared about was the Drake feature, and nothing you do matters after that. If you continue to build the base, build the core audience, then the big future can come after, and it'll resonate more, and it'll be okay. We're happy you did this, but where's your music? And not just okay, cool, and we'll move on and keep the Drake song.
And just to transition, because we've been doing this for so long, we're so good at it. An artist who got the Drake feature, who had a fan base, and took off after that, The Weeknd also dropped some new music.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
That's a good one. That's a
Like
good one.
it's been people that have been, all right, this is the right time. This is
Beyonce.
what we have. Shout out Beyonce.
Et cetera, et cetera.
How did we feel about the Weeknd song? Did you hear it?
No.
Timeless?
Yeah. Timeless.
That's the only song I listened to yesterday.
Yeah, fuck Daniel. Who cares what Daniel think? Keep going.
Oh my god, that song's so good.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie.
It's so good.
That shit's a
That flow
classic.
that The Weeknd was using
Bruh.
in the middle of the song was absolutely crazy. And at the end, it was just like Timeless.
Listen, Playboy
Timeless.
Cardi, The Weeknd over a Pharrell beat.
Crazy.
Like, come on.
I will tell you in 2024 that sounds terrible.
Crazy as fuck.
Have you heard it?
No, I'm saying like the Playboy of Pharrell. I haven't liked the Pharrell beat in a really long time. So.
But this is like
crazy. What?
No, I'm not crazy. I haven't liked the Pharrell
Sweetener?
beat in a really long time.
He produced like half of
6
Sweetener.
years ago.
It was. What year are we in?
What's the last Pharrell beat you've heard?
That makes me want to.
All the Pusha T's.
You ain't like none of those beats?
And the song he just did with Lil Yachty, Kyle, and Wayne, I didn't like that beat. I didn't
who?
like. Ignore it, please forget I said that.
No, I saved that song and I deleted it. Very quickly.
Please just forget I said that. But yeah, I haven't really liked any like I haven't.
You didn't like the one on Brent Faiyaz's album?
I don't listen to Brent Faiyaz. I don't listen to R&B singers. I can't sing.
That's crazy.
He can sing though.
Brent Faiyaz cannot sing.
I've seen him live.
Brent Faiyaz cannot sing.
Okay.
He can sing a little bit.
Brent Faiyaz can sing a
The
little
mic
bit.
was on at
Brent-
one music
Brent Faiyaz
fest last
cannot
year.
R&B sing. Brent Faiyaz can melody sing. That's what I mean.
That's fair.
That is what I'm
I can
saying.
accept that.
That is what I'm saying. And I
But you
don't-
know what song I'm talking about? Like Wasting Time or whatever. Didn't
Oh, he
Pharrell do
produced
that
that?
beat?
if he produced that, then yes, I like.
I'm
it.
like 99% sure Pharrell made that beat.
But okay, basically what I'm trying to say, because
Now
I don't
I gotta
want to
look
just say
it up.
I don't like nothing he's done. What I'm trying to say is Pharrell's name doesn't bring the same oomph it did when he was Pharrell in the 2000s and 90s. Like, that's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
he also talks too much now, and I wish he would stop opening his mouth in these
Neck and
interviews.
wrist with Hov. Pusha T. That's just crazy.
I thought Ye did that.
Nah, that's a Pharrell beat.
Oh, then never mind. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Really, really good one.
But on this, you can. It got that little. It's got that little bop, the little Neptune drum.
I've
Feel
heard
like
everybody
it's
that has listened to
O3.
that song loves that song.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, it was literally the only song I listened to yesterday.
Bro, it's amazing.
On the way from me getting ready to work,
Yeah.
on the way to work, coming home from work, and then I sat in the car afterwards and listened to it like five more times when I pulled in.
The
my
reason I'm bringing it up is
thing.
because the Weeknd is starting his rollout. There'll probably be an album.
Yeah, Neptunes did produce that song.
There will be a album at some point. What are your expectations for the album as he closes this second trilogy?
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I think that's just the best when it comes to the weekend.
I think
Because
that's
like
why I
it's gonna
bring
be
it
good
too.
regardless.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have anything that I think is just bad. He's one of the very few artists I think
No misses.
don't miss. But this song is very different than Dancing in the Flames, which is also fire.
Facts.
So I don't know.
I am
I feel like it might be like a Beauty Behind the Madness kind of thing.
Oh, I need it.
Like mixed
Yeah.
with like the
Yeah.
Dawn FM like current.
Yeah, I need some I Miss
Sound.
My Bitch music for real. Like,
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I was
Yeah.
about to hope. I hope that he. Well, before I answer the question, because you guys are bigger Weeknd fans than me, did he say something? Did he mean it? Because I heard him say something like, "Is he really retiring?" Like I heard that somewhere.
he's
No,
retiring the
he's
name
retiring
for
the
Weeknd.
name. He's gonna
Yeah.
go by his government name.
He's like transitioning
Okay,
to another.
so he's just being weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
He's doing that artist shit. Yeah.
You're always gonna be
It's
the
like
Weeknd.
it's like when Jay-Z was like, "I'm dropping the apostrophe. I'm dropping the hyphen. It's just Jay-Z now." Like,
Okay, cool. Okay.
okay.
So I'm hoping. What I'm hoping, I have no expectations because I don't think you should go into albums with expectations. But what I'm hoping from him is a blend of what he has been doing, but a hint of where he is going. And hopefully, what I want him to go to is I want him to change R&B music.
Yeah.
That is what I want from the Weeknd.
Again?
And that's a tall. Yes, that is a tall task.
Because I feel like he kind of already did.
That's fair.
He did.
That's fair.
But he's the only person who tell me who girls do
That's
it.
fair. I think
that's
that
facts.
I think that reasoning is fair. It's like, damn, I gotta do it again. Well, you did it once.
Because like after the
yeah.
Weeknd came out, I feel like everyone tried to make that like
Yes,
underground
1000%.
like
He is
crackhead music.
Yeah.
He had a giant impact on what R&B music is, and so did Bryson Tiller, and which is why from the Bryson Tiller Weeknd-esque vibe, we have gotten a bunch of R&B artists that don't want to sing about R&B anymore. They want to make rap music on R&B beats and try to sing through it, and that's not what R&B music is. So I think he is the only person, him and SZA, who else I was about to say, but the
Playboy Cardi.
the girl.
piss me off.
The girl R&B music hasn't really taken a fall off. So the Ari Lennoxes of the world, the SZA,
You know what? I'm tired of girl R&B. You know what?
Well,
I'm tired of
niggas
girl
can't sing anymore.
like
You know what? Girl
that's why
R&B
they had those same. That's why like I don't know if y'all watched the Rory and Mal pod when they were talking about
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
beef with them like I'm Joe Budden.
Well, they were talking about the Usher tribute at the BET Awards, and they were like, "Why was there only like one man?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
and
I
they're
said
like
the same
because
thing.
there's no,
And I said that.
and then the only person that else they could get,
Was
they're
Lucky Day.
beefing.
Lucky Day.
Well, Him and the other person.
Who's the other person?
Chris Brown.
No, they missed. They could have got Lucky Day. They could have got Tyrese. They could have got.
I feel like Chris Brown.
No, I said both of them.
I feel like
Both of
Chris
them.
Brown should be like a
Mario
no
as well.
I feel like I'm Chris Brown. Don't call me for a tribute if it ain't Mike. I feel like if it's anybody but Mike, I kind of.
That's
I can't
true.
do all these tributes, my nigga. Someone else got to do a tribute.
And I was about to say the point to the Chris Brown point is like, you can't call me for a tribute of a nigga I'm arguably better than. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like that's like
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I understand the respect
Yeah.
and like he always pays his respect because he came before him. That R&B circle is like close knit.
Right.
If it's beef, they're not gonna let you know about it.
Right.
But I know how Chris Brown feel about Usher.
Like, come on,
like
like-
nigga, you had everything go right for you.
And
You
listen,
cannot fuck with me.
and
Like,
respectfully,
come on, bro.
like Chris Brown phone probably ring once a month for a tribute to. Like, and Chris Brown got to be the first call for every tribute.
dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
Like he probably sick of getting them shits at this point.
Dead ass. Like Chris Brown gonna have to tribute Chris Brown. Like at this point.
No, literally, like who would do the tribute for Chris
Nobody.
Brown?
He died. He died. Rest in peace to Mike. Like, that's it. Fuck. Like, they gonna call Chris Brown for the Beyonce tribute. Like, God
No,
damn.
facts. Facts.
But
Okay, now that we're here, a Chris Brown Beyonce tribute would be fucking hilarious.
So look, I was like, should I go to that conversation?
Yo, like,
actually don't sound too
I'm
bad.
listening, hey,
No, because it doesn't sound bad.
Chris Brown doing the 1+1 into the countdown, like
10.
you know he know the choreography. You know he know
Eight.
this.
No, shut up.
Bro, it'd
to
be
CB.
like him
That's
and,
what Chris
it'd be
Brown
like him
should
and
do.
T-Pain just up there
That-
going crazy.
That's what Chris Brown should do.
T-Pain.
Niggas be like, I'm tired of Chris Brown making music. Chris Brown should do a Vegas residency of just everybody else. He should just be a different nigga every night.
A
Like,
tribute residency. That's crazy.
he should be a different nigga every night. Like,
That is funny as a
hey, shout out Chris Brown, bro.
Salute. All right. But where I was going with
Different
the
nigga every
sister in Weekend is I feel like obviously change always comes from the top, and Weekend is at the top of. I don't think The Weeknd makes R&B music anymore. Not I don't think he does not make R&B music anymore. But I am hoping that his album has that influence back in it, so they can hear what the top is doing and be like, okay, we need to implement this because Lucky Day dropped one of the best male R&B albums I've heard in a long time this year. But Lucky Day doesn't have the fan base to change what R&B sounds like because you go look at a Lucky Day sales, you go look at Billboard 200, and
you
his
know
music
what?
isn't on there.
He won't because he's a dickhead too.
Oh shit, he is.
Oh.
Yes. Have y'all not heard about like the stuff that's been going on with him?
He's not famous enough for me. to
Oh,
hear about
well,
it.
first of all,
Low-key.
Neo dropped him because
I know that.
he was sleeping and having sex in his bed.
Yes, I did know that part.
What?
I found that out on the J.
Yes, and then
That's
this
tough.
girl,
And
well,
Neo
you know, and
got-
Zynga went to the meet and greet, and she was like, she texted me, she was like, he was so rude, he was so sassy.
Hey, Zynga?
Yes,
Zynga
she was
fine,
like,
too.
How
you
you're
meet the
correct.
bad
Shout out to
bitches?
Zynga. He was like, she was like, oh, I'm such a big fan. He was like, I know, that's why you're here.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's crazy.
And then this other girl made this TikTok. It went viral. She was like, he was getting mad because people were showing up with his old albums and not Algorithm.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I think she had already seen him out of town somewhere else. And so she was just there for the free meet and greet. And she had the painted vinyl. And he was like, you don't have the other one? You're not coming to the show tonight? And she was like, yeah, well, I already went. And he signed it, Get Algorithm, on her vinyl.
That's crazy.
And that's why people don't
And
do their
Sharpie.
fan bases because y'all think y'all cool.
Yeah, nah.
And Zynga said he wasn't like taking pictures with anybody. He wasn't letting anybody hug him.
Listen, I'm telling you, you know, this
Chris
And
Brown
he was
was
two.
fucking hoes.
And he was 2 hours late.
fam, Chris Brown, bigger artist than you'll ever be, and he doing front flips with bitches at his meet and greets. Like
He was doing a handstand with a
He
nigga.
get, but you get
The
to
one
the,
where he.
and listen, for better or worse, we talked about this. You paid that rack, y'all gonna do whatever y'all want in that meet and greet. As long as we can take a picture of it, he is gonna do whatever y'all want in that meet and greet. I'm telling you, listen, and we can transition just a little bit because
I will say that is to end. That is why the artists of the 10 years, at the beginning of this, we said the artists that have been at the top are still at the top, and that's a problem. That is part of the reason.
Shout out to
'Cause
Hov.
They're the last people, they're the last group of artists that actually put in the work and understand what it means to be
cares.
this great and care. And
shout out to
yeah.
Hov on 444. Listen, I love 444. For anybody, if you're just watching this, tuning in, I love Hov. I love 444. But he was talking about like the disconnects between the old niggas and the new niggas. He was like, yo, stop acting like Tupac ain't have a nose ring. But at the same time, you nug niggas, stop walking around like y'all made Thriller. Stop walking around like y'all God's gift to earth, my nigga. Like,
Thank you,
it's
bro.
other people you need to be locked in with. Like,
Thank you.
And I feel like that
And
is
you
the
can't tell
disconnect.
these new artists, like, it's the same thing like when you try to tell hard-headed kids anything. Like,
some
they
little
don't
niggas
want to
nothing,
listen
bro.
because they think they know everything.
Young nigga got switches now. I was supposed to tell him.
Keep the YNs away.
Yo, you got a switchy on him, like.
Keep the YNs away.
Bro, I'll be at the exit 250 over by where the water boys be, and I pull up to that exit, and I sit like this, and I don't look straight. I don't turn my head. I don't do nothing. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers knock on this car window. I am going to start crying.
Fam, it was a while.
They're
like,
so scary.
Fam, and this one, I got real, bro. It was like last winter. This is how long ago this was. Last winter. I go to JJ's. It's cold outside. These water boys knock on the door anyway. Up, roll down the window. Yes, sir. Yeah, let me get that $6 water, big bro. I'm just trying to get home.
I don't need any change. I actually don't need any change.
Trying to get
Hey,
home.
let me try to get them niggas $40 now. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yo, them
Yeah.
niggas would
I
just switch you,
definitely,
make
like-
you get out the car.
I don't even be rolling the window down no more. Because one time, one of them chased my car on a scooter
Bro, niggas be like,
to get off the exit,
yo, them niggas be like,
trying to get my number.
yo, niggas be like leaning into the car, like, nigga, look at these
Yeah,
cars.
back up. Back up. Back
Chill,
up.
big bro, chill.
I know we all need to make $1, but talk to that card.
Hey, I
Leave
like
me
smoking
alone.
weed. You think I'm finna buy some weed off you in the middle of the street and you got on a ski mask, nigga?
Fam, like, yo, yeah.
That-
Who knows what you selling, my
That
nigga?
is literally
I had
a
the
rant I go on
scariest
all the time.
interaction, bro. I was at my local joint. It's like 2 a.m. I've already, hit the joint. I'm going to get my body armor. I'm going to put the rest of the night
some
to bed.
snacks.
Yeah. I get to the door, young nigga shiesty on. Yo, you can buy me a wood? And now my mind is bracing. It's like, yo, this nigga might kill me if I don't.
I was about to say, do you have a choice, my nigga?
Yo! I was like, yo,
That wasn't a question.
I was like, hey, but listen. I'm like, cause the one
That
I'm
was a
at, I
threat.
know they ID. I'm like, man, I can get my wallet on me. He said, all right, you good, OG.
OG?
Yeah. I opened the door to leave. So you need some gas? And now I'm like, I gotta say yes. Like, if I don't say yes, he's gonna empty the switch. You disrespectful at this point.
Because you think I'm stupid?
Yeah, my Lord and Savior, move on, angel wings. As soon as I went to turn around, like 3 people, like regular people, got out their car. So he like backed up on the wall. Nice. I was like, nah, I'm straight. Got right in the car. got right in the car.
That happened to me like a couple months ago. I don't know if you remember that rant I did on my story one time, but like literally I was buying backwoods. So obviously I already have weed. Why would I just be buying them just to buy them?
Yeah.
This nigga came up, his pants tighter than mine, down here. Shiesty, half on. Yo, you straight on that gas? I'm good. You sure you don't need... I'm just gonna get my car.
Hey, look, my partners. I do want to. I feel like this is free game to give, and we ain't as big as we're gonna be one day. So I
we're
feel like I can
old.
spill this right now. Hey, bro, if you trapping, like, there is a look to a trapper. Like, you can't look too scary as a trap nigga, because then niggas are just gonna be scared of you and not want to buy weed off you.
Because now, like,
I think you're
if
trying to give
I
me
look
fentanyl.
at you, bro, like, if I look at you and you selling something other than gas, I'm straight. Like,
And that's the. Bro, you gotta know what a nigga that just sell weed.
what if you get your joint mixed up? Like
Were
what if
you
had-
at the show when that guy was asking if we needed Molly?
Yeah, bro.
That's terrifying.
No.
Y'all straight on the gas?
I'm not
Y'all
gonna
straight
say,
on
I'm
the
not gonna say
Molly?
his name. This is a crazy college story. But when we went to the edible guy the first time, we walked in dude's apartment. He had like the little card set up, trays and everything. I remember I was like, looked over, I was like, bro, what's that? That's not weed. He's like, yeah, that's for my other people. I was like, what do you mean other people? What do you mean? This for
Bro, he
other
sold
customers?
everything.
Yeah, he sold everything. He's like, yeah, this is one of people like the wild ride, fam.
Nope.
Nope. Listen, I got something to do tomorrow.
I miss him though. Those edibles used to
Them
Yeah.
edibles were crazy.
Yeah, no.
I was going through my messages, my phone full, so I was going through my low message. I found him. I was like, should I text? I was like, nah, I'm not crazy. I was like, I don't even like edibles anymore. I too hot to.
New Year's Eve, I might have to hit bro up.
This new plug we have, I'm gonna show you guys what his edible packaging looks like. It is frightening.
We'll probably cut this part out.
Yeah, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But where was I finna go? Oh, the 2 albums I want to touch before we get into Cardi B. Nice. Before we get into Cardi B,
Listen, I like good merchandising, good branding.
Leon Thomas.
I just listened to his
Why
album
is that
today.
name sound familiar?
Fire.
No, he has a song. I was literally just listening to Leon Thomas. He has a feature from someone he shouldn't have.
Freddie
Was
Gibbs.
it Wale?
It might have been Freddie Gibbs.
It was Freddie Gibbs. I know it's Freddie Gibbs because I know you.
Hey, damn, listen, because we was just arguing about Freddie Gibbs. It damn near might be Freddie Gibbs.
But yes, he has Wale on the album.
It is Freddie Gibbs.
He has Wale, Baby
No,
Rose.
it's Wale. It's that Wale
Oh,
feature.
okay.
Because who did that beat? Oh my God.
Yes.
Conductor. Yeah.
Wale on a Conductor beat with Leon Thomas, Baby Rose, and Freddie Gibbs on the album. But look, bro, like we were just talking about real R&B. If you love real R&B, you're going to love this album. I'm not asking. I'm not guessing. I'm telling you, you're going to love this album.
Facts.
It is really, really, really good. It is Mr. Carly Sam from iCarly and Andre from Victorious. Is who Leon.
Shout out Andre from Victorious. That was a great show.
Amazing. He also wrote Snooze. He also has wrote for Beyonce.
He also produced on something on Eternal Sunshine. I don't remember which one he
like
produced.
been in the music industry. He's cold. Him and Ariana still friends. Like all around good person. Like just a good guy. Still keep up.
And he was on Insecure.
I did not know that. But
he was on Insecure.
He is cold. That album is like really, really, really good. Grace, did you listen to it?
Yes, I did. I just listened to it today.
Okay.
Real R&B is back.
I listened to the Wale song. Listen, I'm a conductor. Listen, I'm a producer guy for sure. Like I don't care. Listen, you get the right producer on there, I'll give you a listen. Mm-hmm. I thought the Wale verse was great. It was great. Freddie verse was great, but I thought
the song with Masego was.
I was happy to see it wasn't like a bunch of features.
Same.
It was a lot of Leon on that album. I really like
it. All made sense.
And I think that's important because he's not like super, super big yet, which is crazy. But I think when you sometimes have too many features that it kind of overshadows you.
Right.
So when you like, because this isn't a debut project of his, but I think this is going to be like considered a debut from him because a lot of people are going to be listening to it.
I agree. I think this is because he's going on tour after this.
Mm-hmm. Is he touring with Blast?
I couldn't tell you.
I think so. Let me pose this to the room.
If he is, that's crazy.
Better TV music group, Big Time Rush or Victorious?
Victorious.
Crazy as fuck.
Well, okay, so let me say this.
Big Time Rush. Big Time Rush getting them out of there.
Victorious wasn't a group. So
I know. I'm putting them together. I'm putting Cat. I'm putting Shorty.
Like Big Time Rush soundtrack versus a Victorious.
If we're going soundtrack for soundtrack, I'm going Victorious every day.
Crazy.
No, I think soundtrack for soundtrack, Big Time Rush, but
talent for talent.
Yeah, they have Ariana Grande.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's a Chico. But Shorty can sing. Liz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen. When Boyfriend come on, it's nothing Victorious can play.
You crazy.
Freak the Freak Out, maybe.
No, not that one. No,
Begging on Your Knees,
Chicago.
maybe.
No, the song that Andre wrote for Tori.
A song for.
I think it was a song for you, or something like that. That shit. Yeah. I was listening to that.
Now that's a beautiful.
Listen, Victorious was such a good show outside of the weird Dan Snyder stuff they had going on. Like aside from the freaky stuff, solid show.
Like amazing show.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
But yeah, they had a song. It was like every time I see you with you. It was that melody. It was a crazy melody.
When he was on the piano.
Yes. I said, oh no, this is like actually like they should release this. Like, this should
but
be
Big Time Rush also has worldwide.
Big Time Rush is cold. I don't want to think I'm citing Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush get to it.
Both are classic TV shows.
Yeah, Big Time Rush turned up the spot.
All right, let me ask a real question. Now, let me really turn this bitch up.
You're gonna ask about the Jonas Brothers? Oh.
What's the teacher name? Sakowitz. Is that his name? Did I make that up? No,
yeah.
It is Sakowitz. Sakowitz are
something Witz.
Sakowitz.
Yeah, Psychowitz.
Psychowitz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny name that I'm talking about. What was the manager's name in Big Time Rush?
The big guy?
Yeah. That always had the shades on. What was his name?
I might watch Big Time Rush when
I don't remember. I think I might too.
I had the name in my head and then I forgot it as I started.
I can see his face and I can't. I'm blinking.
But Sakowitz are him. Who's the better character?
Psychowitz. Easy. Psychowitz.
Because those are both kind of like the managers of the show.
Psychowitz went hard though. Psychowitz really went hard though. Like
Psychowitz went super hard.
Yeah, I feel like he set them up with more like opportunities.
Yeah.
To be great.
And he was like,
but the other manager was good too. I don't think the guy.
That's one of my favorite TV tropes, like the teacher who's like actually trying to help you.
Yes,
I like that.
Agreed. All right, I'm not gonna be able to go any further in this.
Now we're talking about Victorious. Listen,
I have a playlist of all of those songs.
That was his name.
Gustavo.
Oh, yeah. Listen, them decorating their lockers, coldest shit ever.
Bro, her shit lit up. How the fuck she do that?
No, one nigga had a cookie locker. I was like, okay, is he replacing this cookie? Like, is there a nigga ordering a cookie? Because I know the cookie's not just always fresh.
His locker was like scary.
Yeah, like that nigga walk around with a puppet.
You know the guy who plays Beck is engaged to Halsey now.
Yes.
That's
shout out to him.
Random.
Shout out to him. He got a roster.
Shout out to Lana Del Rey, husband too.
No.
My fault.
Sorry.
Canonically in this show,
Rakim.
Also, Lana Del Rey and Quavo were dating for a little bit. They also have a song together that is called "Tough." It is it's a really good song. I like the song a lot because I like Lana Del Rey.
I like Lana Del Rey. Listen,
and I like vibey Quavo. I think he's good at it. I just think people expect him to be amigo all the time, so everybody ignores it. But I like vibe.
I like that rock song he came out with. The one that's like on Madden. I think I won't tell nobody,
but I like that song too.
You said it's on Madden?
Yeah.
Funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, like when Nelson was playing in the game, and I was like, I should kind of slap in this setting.
Listen, listen, credit where credit is due. Them niggas have started updating them game playlists because I was playing 2K and some V's came on. I was like, how the fuck you get in 2K? Like, how did you get here, my nigga?
But
is that Ganger?
is that what you talking about for real? Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Not a drill.
Yo, that is crazy.
Chloe's album. Can you talk about that real quick?
I haven't heard it.
You weren't who I was talking about that with?
No,
didn't
and
know
this
people
is my
listen to
problem
Chloe
with
Bailey.
Chloe Bailey.
Were I not at your house talking to you and Charlene about this?
Because I told you, I think you were talking to Charlene about it, and I told you I hadn't listened to it yet. And you told me it was really good, and I said I was going to listen to it. But my problem is that also Halle Bailey just dropped a new song, and that shit is fire too.
She's so fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. But the grown up is realizing that Halle was the better of the two twins.
Because
strongly disagree.
Chloe Bailey makes me cringe. I think that they broke up too fast. Even though like they're not like broken up, but I think they went their separate ways a little bit too fast. And then everyone told Chloe Bailey her ass was fat, and she started to do like a Janet Jackson kind of thing and like be sexy.
Bro, that's
and
not
it's
your
not
brand.
like sensual sexy. It's like teen like tampon commercial sexy.
Listen. I'm glad you said
Like
that.
Old Navy.
Because these niggas be acting like these niggas be like, this nigga, it said Chloe Bailey, not cute. I did not say that.
She reminds me of Jordan Sparks, like that kind of cringe. Like you don't have the sex appeal as like
sexy bag. She
because if she was half the size that she is and she was still trying to do that, people would be like,
big.
But she's
thing
very
about
talented
me
though.
Is I am one of them people. Unless you were talking about the one that can't hog tie people, I don't care what these artists do. Yeah, that was good. I'm good at this. But
Why would I hog tie her?
But unless it's him, I don't really care what these artists do. I don't pay attention to nothing Chloe Bailey does. So is she cringe sexy? I don't know. I liked a couple of her pictures. Now I see her ass every single day on Twitter. So I'm chilling.
My For You page looked just like that too. But my problem was it became her music identity too, because she was not always the like she's made a song about a rose. Like that wasn't her bag. Like,
so listen, I want you guys to go listen to this album.
Yeah.
And go into it with a clear mind. Forget how you feel about her. Forget all of the things you know about her. It is really,
Fine, God.
really good. Like I played the album straight through 2 straight times. Like it is a really good project. And I don't mean that like her last album I listened to and never told nobody because I didn't want to have to say nothing.
Right.
But this album I have been telling everybody I can. This is a good because my mom and my brother's girl was having the same exact conversation the other day. She was like, "Yeah, I don't like blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Stop and go listen to the new album." I was like, "I promise you, all of the critiques y'all are saying are fair. The new album is really, really good. Yeah, really good."
And I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of pressure. They was like, yeah, these the two halves of Beyonce. That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of. You gotta be 50% of Beyonce. You know how much weight that is. Like, bro, like
50% of Beyonce is like all of everybody.
That's like
else.
300%. That's 300% of you. Like
that's like a crazy percentage.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even fathomable.
Like, oh my God, I love you so much, Beyonce.
And they like their voices are so good. Like because I think
They
the
can sing
Ungodly Hour was one of the best R&B albums.
That album is amazing.
I wish they would have just
decade.
stayed together.
That album is amazing. It was a Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I
She
know.
got the Little
And I
Mermaid
can't
in.
even be mad at that though, because when Disney calls,
Disney calls.
Listen, hey,
Hey,
the mouse
I was
calls.
I go to the.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say something. What I'm saying, not important. I was like, yeah, shorty, just put the fish costume on, sing background for a little bit. Like, yo, just vibe out.
All right,
Like,
mine may be a little bit more important.
I done told Chloe Acker if you put this
And now
lobster
she
shit
like,
on. It's enough Disney money for all of us.
the only person that's listened,
Shit on.
the only person that listened to this of my friends on Apple Music is Daniel.
No, listen, seeing that little picture at the bottom be so funny.
Because I'd be like, who else is down
Yo,
here?
depending on what you listening to, y'all feel so funny. Because now I know I'm the only nigga on yours too. Like,
Yes, that's what I'd be listening to the prison tape songs. I'd be like the prison tape songs.
Oh, okay.
I'd be loud there like, who else is listening to this?
I don't have
Maybe
no
two-
friends on Apple Music. I
maybe
didn't even
two
know
people
you.
over there.
I didn't even know you were my friend on Apple Music. I thought Tyrone was the only person that was my friend on Apple Music. Also, speaking of Tyrone, he was going to. Never mind. Josh. No,
Shot
I know Josh too.
Shot Lecrae.
Nope, that's my guy's name. Lloyd. Okay, there you go. Lloyd was going to.
I know a Lloyd.
Fuck.
I'm finding it.
Timothy was going to buy some weed one day.
We both know a Tim.
Timmy Tim.
We both know a Tim. Yo, that's so funny,
This
bro.
unnamed person
Facts.
went to go buy some weed the other day. This was a while ago. He was out doing something somewhere, and he was at the gas station. This goes back to the conversation we had about being a presentable weed salesman. And yes, it is. Okay. And he said he was walking to the gas station to get some papers, and the dude pulled up to him and said, "Yo, you want some weed?" And he opened his hand, and he had crack and weed in his hand.
That's so scary, bro.
I said raw dogging the crack.
I
is
said,
crazy.
what did you do?
Listen,
he said,
crack in palm is crazy.
It's crazy.
You don't own a Ziploc. You trapping. You don't have a Ziploc
Even drug
bags?
dealers ain't hold that shit in their hands.
Bro.
Like, they just knew better. Like,
what is you doing, bro? Why would you offer me weed with crack on you?
that's some of the scariest shit ever. Imagine getting jumped and the nigga be like, yo, grab the crack. Like, yo,
Hold him down. Hold him down.
Grab the crack, nigga. Like, yo, that is the scariest. They was like, man, the crack epidemic was crazy in hindsight. Like, yeah, like imagine if they dropped like a new weed, but it was like
crack
way cheaper. But the thing is like it's way cheaper, so the high is like fleeting. That's what they used to call it. It's a fleeting high. Like, no, my nigga, like I'm gonna be addicted for the rest of my life. It's not a fleeting high. Like,
No, watching Snowfall changed my whole opinion.
I was
Like,
just about to say
bro,
something about Snowfall.
bro.
You remember like when
I just rewatched Snowfall.
they made Teddy's brother just
Yes.
No.
you know how much
He won't fucking die because it's so fucking fair.
He said I keep feeding it to him, but he won't die.
like do you realize like how much of that you have to do for it to actually kill you like in one?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, but the crack shit was crazy. The coke shit was crazy. The crack on Snowfall was crazy.
That's man, what a show.
That looks scary. Like when Mel hit it for the first time, and she just.
Bro,
Snowfall and Succession are my two top 5 shows I've watched.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
the way they talk about crack on The Wire.
You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad's one of those.
I know.
Breaking Bad's on that short list.
The Wire and the Breaking Bad.
The Wire.
Like both of those are like we got.
It's a port strike going on. You gotta watch The Wire. You gotta lock in. You gotta understand the strike.
I did watch the first 2 episodes of The Wire, and I was like, man, this is about to be amazing. But I started watching. Nope, not gonna say that. I started watching Sex and the City.
It's so intense.
The duality of man.
That I used to like dream. That show is so intense, and like I used to dream about Marlo.
No, listen. That
And
is
Omar
that
and
is
Chris.
a very intense show. Like that show is so. The Wire is one.
And they'll put some crazy stuff like in the middle of the episode, and
Yeah.
they just keep going. Like
I
need to process.
It's the acting in The Wire for sure. Like, cause the actor
heard.
level
It's
is
insane.
Like
They got bars.
To this day, I think that's Idris Elba's best performance.
It probably is.
In everything he's done. Like that shit is so yo, this nigga character is so funny, bro. He like a street nigga, but he like in like the business side of it. Yo,
When he be wearing them glasses, it be killing me because like you sell drugs.
yo, they started doing. They did a meeting. This nigga said, "Yo, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm taking minutes." He said, "Nigga, are you taking minutes on a fucking criminal conspiracy, my nigga?" Like, he said, "You said we gotta be more organized. Are you crazy, nigga?"
When I was watching,
Taking minutes is crazy.
and I saw where the gift came from, he's like,
Yo, and that's the other thing. Every meme,
Is that the gift you talking about?
Yes.
every meme from The Wire fits perfectly. It's not like, oh, this is just a funny face. It's like this moment was so fucking funny that you gotta like the one where Idris Elba in the car and he's just like, that scene is so fucking funny, bro.
and
Yo,
with the
you
glasses, and he's like,
Yo,
I swear. Taylor, we're watching The Wire next. It's stamped.
yes, it's so
that
good.
is,
And everyone shits on season 2, but I didn't think season 2 was bad.
I thought it was. Listen, I love season 2, but the one where he in the car, he like, that's market saturation. He look around, like he just said some Dr. Phil shit.
Nigga, shut up.
I heard season 2 was boring, but it was an integral part to the rest of
technical.
the story.
It's not that boring. It's just like centered around white people.
Oh, okay. So like Sex and the City.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's a
Yeah,
little-
like drug dealing white
Ziggy
people.
could have been on Sex in the City for sure. You'll see
1000%.
that.
He was-
That's gonna be really funny later. I can't wait to laugh at that.
Yeah.
But, all right,
Oh, he was stupid.
Cardi B and Offset. Let's be the shade room for a little bit. Where are we at? We at hour 27. Yeah.
The shade room.
Let's be the shade room for a little bit for about 10 minutes.
I'm so scared of what he's gonna ask.
Rightfully
See,
so.
how can I do this respectfully? First off,
can I
now
do
that I
this
have both of you room, I would like to be told that I was right about Cardi B being scared to drop music because y'all told me she wasn't, and she obviously is. Also, you asked earlier.
No, I asked a question. I said, do you think that's why?
I
That I agree.
The Offset situation, or that she's scared?
He's scared.
Yes, I'm 100% she's.
I don't think she's scared no more.
I think she's terrified.
Listen, the shit she doing, she not scared of nothing.
I think
now that she's getting divorced, I feel like
she not scared of
coming.
nothing. The way she moving, she not scared of anything.
I was about to say. I think she was.
And did.
Yeah, there's no line she won't cross right now. I don't think she's scared of nothing.
And did.
Scared of dropping music. She going to war right now, nigga.
Bro, like all that shit happened, and then she was in Paris with a better look than the day before.
We was
for like
I
3
was
days
watching,
straight.
I was watching her live, and I was like, man, I wonder if anybody else watching her live.
I was at work.
Yeah, and then Chris was in the chat like, Cardi B going crazy. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one watching this live. Like, and then because
at first I wasn't going to, but then I saw like a clip of it, and I was like, I know somebody got the whole thing.
I will say,
listen, commenting on your wife's live got to be a crazy feeling.
She said, you give them hoes $2,000, they gonna fuck you anyway. The hoes got to eat too. I said, oh, that's a bar.
The hoes do gotta eat.
Right there.
First off, want to discuss Cardi B, the person.
Okay.
No, wrong word.
The
Cardi
personality?
B, there you go.
Okay.
The personality. There will never be another.
No,
Like,
no one.
I mean that respect. Like, I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Cardi B is so polarized.
Yeah.
She is hilarious.
Authentic.
She is authentic as hell.
Yeah.
She is also like a cool, like down ass, like
Bro, she just
respectfully.
She
like,
keeps it
down-ass
real.
bitch.
No
Like that-
disrespect. She just from the Bronx. That's a
like,
Bronx woman right
she
there.
seemed like a real
Better or
nigga.
worse.
Like
Yeah,
I
she-
fuck with Cardi B, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't listening. I didn't watch it live because I was in a meeting or something. But I listened to the whole rant she did about the industry and Joe Budden talking about her.
Yeah.
And it was like.
But she's not scared of anything.
It was like I disagreed with most of what she said,
Yeah.
but she's so good at ranting and
Right.
just being entertaining and funny in her
telling you,
rant.
man.
Like she was in the middle of her rant, she was like, "Ooh, I got a pussy with you," and I was like, it's just like the random shit, the
so real,
authenticity,
bro.
like just the realness of it. It's like you always gonna be able to get on live and do this. Like you have a talk show in your future, you got a podcast.
I was
you got
just about to
something.
say, she
Like,
needs a podcast.
She needs to be talking in front of a camera, even if it's not like even if she does guest appearance on one podcast like Aaron Rodgers do with Pat McAfee. Like she needs to be somewhere in front of a camera, and she gonna be worth every dollar. But that brings me to the live and all the situations we've heard going around it, and I want to like try to have this conversation quickly, respectfully, but also hilariously. So I'll start with Ish.
Fuck.
And that kind of is what I'm going. It's like, would you
Don't ask me that. Don't you ask me that. Don't you ask me that when cameras rolling.
got to twin? Would you or have you? Have you ever? Would you or have you ever had intercourse with a pregnant woman? A pregnant woman that is not carrying your child.
I for sure have not done that. But
Okay.
But
would let's frame the question. Let's frame the question. Is it Cardi B?
It is a woman of your choice. That is how I answer the question.
what if
And
it was Cardi B?
And how pregnant we talking about? Like we talking about it's been 3 weeks. She just missed her period type joint.
You can
or
tell
like,
she's pregnant.
Like we 3 appointments in.
At least 2.
Is it like?
Yeah, like it's showing. It's showing.
I can't do it, bro. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it.
Okay, I agree. I think it's Grace.
Well, I've never been pregnant, so I've never done it. Right. Would I do it? I personally probably wouldn't. However, I have heard that sex is good for the baby at a certain point. But
listen, my niggas with kids
heard
went
some
out
good
their
things.
way to tell me.
I've heard
And
some-
it's like it is very.
I've heard some good things.
I said I wouldn't do it, and niggas with kids in the PlayStation party say, "Yes, you will. You should."
I
You
don't
better."
think
was
maybe
like,
like
yeah.
if it was with, I wouldn't do it with another man.
Yeah.
But I understand. I don't fault her
Right.
for that necessarily because Offset has like dragged her.
I ain't.
For years.
Can you be in? I was gonna ask a question. Of course, the answer is gonna be yes. But in a real deal sense, can you be your op for real?
No, I don't think so.
Can you? Because that is some op shit. Like if my BM did that, it would be no coming back. She got to be your op forever. Or you got to kill him.
But he's probably done worse.
So like this is the thing.
I don't know. Like just I don't. What could you do?
But cheating on somebody while they're pregnant
And that is the thing.
is a low.
That is
That's
the
a
thing. It's
low.
like, it's not only has Offset been cheating, and I'm about to cape for the women because I love women. Salute to the women, by the way. But so let me start off by answering our given something about the first question I asked. That is not something I would ever do. Right. I think just as a man, you shouldn't do something like that to somebody, and you shouldn't want to be a part of that game.
Right.
That is just
I wouldn't do it because I feel like I wouldn't even be able to enjoy it. I wouldn't even, like the war coming behind this. Like I would not be even like
comfortable.
You feel me? Like
I'd be staring at the door, just like staring, hoping nobody walked in. Like
I'm real big on energy and things of that nature, so it just wouldn't feel.
I'm not gonna
right
be around the kid
to do it just wouldn't feel right to me. And the only option is if you go the Kim K route and you get a surrogate. Then we got some stuff to talk about. You feel me? Okay. Yeah. But if it's not that, then I just feel like it's a code behind that. Yeah. Like you just shouldn't fuck no.
It's sacred, bro.
Like it's just like
that's
come
a
on,
human
bro.
life.
Like that's the one thing. Like it's the one time you should be able to put your dick in your penis.
Yeah.
But
I was saying, put it up on the show.
So yeah, that's my thought process on that. But and I also do feel like it is disrespectful as a woman to do that to your future baby daddy. Who, if y'all is together, y'all hate each other, whatever it is. I just feel like that is the one thing you can put your hate, your emotion aside on both parties, man and woman, and say we not gonna do this. For these 9 months. Yeah. But Cardi B gets slack because we have been hearing about Cardi B.
Also, like, is that like that's why I don't understand why everyone's so outraged. Does that really shock you from Cardi B? Respectfully,
like I said, respectfully, she from the Bronx. Like, I won't elaborate.
Someone was like, that do sound a little Spanish.
Like,
she is a Hispanic woman from the Bronx, my nigga. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like,
his parents are from New York, by the way, so like he's familiar with this.
Yo,
if you're wondering why he keeps
I'm telling you, bro. Listen. Them niggas, that nobody's surprised Cardi did that shit. Nobody's surprised.
And so why I'm cutting Cardi slack in this specific instance is because Offset has gone out of his way to embarrass Cardi multiple times. I have said
and while pregnant 3 times. Y'all won.
I miss my granny. Like, come on, dog. What are we doing?
Listen, and then we can say Offset did a lot, but Offset did lose his granny.
But then to text her and be like, "Can I jack off with you on the phone?" At 8 a.m.
We'll comment on that. We'll not speak. We get into that. Will not speak on the subject.
8 o'clock in the morning.
We get into that.
Will not speak on the time.
We get into that. Let me get to where I'm going. Let me get to where I'm going first.
Will not comment.
We're gonna back that train back up when we get there. I swear to God. But if
Cardi not that early. My fault.
In Cardi B's situation,
I've been up 2 hours.
Early mornings turn to long nights, Sean. But
it's just like, what time did you wake up?
Who said I was asleep?
Hey, listen.
How long were you thinking about that?
What time did that message hit? 8 a.m. I might have woke up 7:45.
Like, was it premeditated?
Baby, I still think about you when I wake up. You still the first thing on my mind, baby.
Listen,
you want me to leave you alone? Please leave me alone.
I can
jack off with you on the phone.
Send the message. Like, I got some eggs cooking right now, waiting for her to see it.
And send in the question mark again.
Yeah, like
he went to put his phone down on the dresser and went to cook the eggs, so it'd be shorter too.
Yo.
But what I was saying on Cardi B's
Sounds a real nigga to me, man.
I would have posted a picture saying, "I miss my granny."
There is a such thing, especially in this upper rim, and if you are a regular civilian and you're not a celebrity, then put yourself in celebrity shoes and put yourself with millions of dollars, and every single hoe you've ever wanted in your life is in your DM. You at the strip club, everybody will fuck you, and you just have that temptation around you all the time, especially my males. Put yourself in that situation. It's not a problem to me that Offset cheated. Everybody cheats, and I don't think it's a problem to Cardi B that Offset cheated, if I'm being honest, because this has been going on for 5 years now, and she has not left him. So I don't think the cheating is the issue. What is the issue? What I know the issue is Offset has bad cheating etiquette, and I know that is a crazy phrase.
That's true.
But cheating etiquette is a thing.
That's a fact.
If you're going to cheat, if you're a regular civilian, you don't cheat with a girl your girl is going to see. That's disrespectful. You just be respectful to your girl. If you're going to cheat, don't cheat with a bitch that your girl is going to see all the time. Yeah. If you're going to cheat as a regular civilian, you don't cheat with you try not to cheat with a girl that's gonna follow your Instagram. I should probably stop talking because I'm in a relationship. Back to the celebrity.
Let me do it.
No, but that makes sense though. Like if you're gonna do it, like how on The Sopranos, like Carmela knows that Tony's cheating on her all the time.
Yeah,
it's just that, like, when you start doing shit that's embarrassing, like I have to see it.
Like have some.
Like
have
I
some
know it's going on, but I don't want to see that it's going on.
Listen, have some.
I will never be that far gone.
Because you talking about you brought up the 2,000. You give him 2,500, 3,000 for this shorty to suck your whatever, and And instead of fucking the little skank hole in the bad strip club that's gonna get on IG because she want to look, she want some followers, she want her OnlyFans to pop. You could go to the upper echelon of the sex worker and fuck with the shawty
People
who
that
fucking
been there.
all of the niggas, and ain't said a word about it. And you just buy her a couple bags and she gonna keep her mouth closed. And that is Cardi B's point. Is you got the top level of what you fucking. Like Cardi B was the skank hoe stripper.
Whoa.
She was. Her word.
In layman's terms.
You cooking right now. You cooking right now. Go ahead.
She was that person.
Yeah.
Offset got her and herself, bossed herself up. She became the top notch. You think Cardi B forgot what she was doing in the clubs? Not forgot what she was doing. Forgot how to do what she was doing. You forgot. You think them tricks she was learning, them tricks she knew, you think she forgot about all that? No, sorry. So everything all of these women is doing for you, I can do for you, and I have done for you, and I will continue to do for you.
Right.
And
You're just greedy.
And instead of you being okay with that, your ego, your self-esteem is hurt because I'm bigger than you, I got more money than you, I'm bringing in more income than you to the household, so your self-esteem is hurt, so you going to fuck these $2 hoes, as Jocelyn would say, instead of going to fuck the upper echelon of sex workers that going to keep all of this shit in-house. I'm never going to hear about it, and when you out in LA doing what you do, it's cool because it's never going to get back to me. And that
Men
is the
do
point.
that, though.
She's embarrassing Cardi B.
All right, now
He's
let me-
embarrassing Cardi B.
Men do that though. Like
Let
when
me
their
just-
self-esteem is low, they will do anything to bring your self-esteem right down.
Y'all
with
think that
them.
was niggas Offset self-esteem?
Yes.
100%.
Y'all don't think it's just like niggas like
No.
Because when Offset was bigger than her, he was for sure cheating on her too.
You seen that clip of them like at that game?
Yeah,
and
it
it
was
just said Cardi B.
Yeah.
I know he went and cheated on her that night.
Let me answer your question for you because I want to answer that because I think that'll give you a little bit more insight to why I'm saying this. I am saying it's the ego thing because of what you just said. He's been cheating forever. Yeah. So if it wasn't an ego thing, that he would have fixed how he was cheating if it was just about I want to fuck hoes. Yeah. Like if he really cared about Cardi B and he respected her and he loved her, he would have changed his etiquette of cheating because it's like, oh shit, she really might leave me this time. Yeah. Oh shit, I really am embarrassing her every time I do this. It's on every single blog.
He just treated her like she was disposable.
Like, and yes, and that is my thing. It's like if he really, I'm not saying he has low self-esteem because he's cheating. I'm saying he has low self-esteem because of how he's going about it, and it keeps coming back to the media. And it seems like she said it's trying to embarrass her to bring her down.
I think it's tough, because. So as far as, first of all, I agree with a bunch of stuff you just said, but as far as like the top of the line, like I don't want to like divide them up like by the type of hoes, but like for $2, they like the higher end.
Come on, you gotta buy into it.
But there is
I don't want to say it, but then you get going. And
the higher end escorts. I ain't gonna lie. Drake was like, I like a regular bitch. Like, I just to put myself in them shoes. Fucking a regular hoe probably kind of gas. Like, like she got a regular nigga. Like she ain't none of this shit. Like
that's true.
But there's a fine line between being regular and just being like a $2 hoe. Because you could be a regular hoe and not be a $2 hoe.
And I don't want to say this about Cardi, but from Offset, this from Offset point of view. If I was the nigga who like, pulled you out the club. Like, I feel like I should have a little, I should have a little, like he married Beyonce. Like,
but don't be going on like the internet exposing like our business for clout. How you have a song called "They Do Anything for Clout" and then do shit with bitches that do shit for clout?
And that's my point. Is like
someone you're at odds with.
You see, like when Future doesn't have these problems.
Yeah, it's some things like
what he do now with Drake.
No,
I question my niggas about a lot of decisions they make that I wouldn't make. One thing I don't question about anybody I call my real friend is if they a real nigga or not. Yeah. So as a real nigga, I know you are. You can click on a whole Instagram and know if she on bullshit the second you go through her first 4 stories. Yeah. So that is my point with Offset. Offset has seen it all. He's been famous for 10 years. He know what a clout chasing hoe look like. Yeah. So you keep going after the same clout chasing ass hoe and then being like balls on my face when she pop out
listen,
information. That's my problem with
hoes be
y'all
fun.
won.
My fault. Hoes be fun.
And and hoes are fun. And again, go find the hoe, but go find the fun hoe that's gonna shut the fuck up. That's all you gotta do.
You gotta find the hoe that's interested in keeping her hoe business alive.
Yeah, cause like
it's no money in telling the truth.
He just seems like he be fucking birds.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Offset not the smartest guy though.
And why are you not having these women sign NDAs? If you're not gonna,
I don't think Offset got NDA money, bro.
You might be right. He can make a fake one.
He got NDA money.
I was playing with him. I was playing. That was wrong, Offset. You from Atlanta, bro. My fault, bro.
Offset was amigo, bro.
He's gonna be in all of our DMs tonight.
I hope. Please come in the pod, twin. You did it for Bobby. Do it for some kings and some queens.
Listen,
Like,
I tried. Listen,
CAP.
Listen, hey, I said I fought a good fight. I said she was a hoe. I mean,
CAP.
I said she was.
Say one more word about my baby mama.
You'd be sitting there like,
Oh, post it quick, twin. Post it quick. Clout chase, twin.
hashtag Offset in the comments on TikTok.
But you brought up the point about the jacking off on the phone. I want you to know this. This is how I know he has low self-esteem. He'll regret everything. He don't even know if he can touch her again. He just need to hear her breath, her voice, feel her presence. And then what he was
Because
really
now
trying to
she's
do-
really gone, and
what
it's
he
like,
was really
damn.
trying to do was he was trying to just play it off smooth. As soon 4 minutes in, I can see your ass. You can put it on the camera. He don't even know if she gonna fuck with him again. You know, he just trying anything because he realized at this point he lost. He lost. That's the can we fuck one more time text.
Yeah,
that's what that
yeah.
text was. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna get you,
Closure.
if I'm gonna get you that.
Listen, I think
that's what that text.
Listen, this is why I disagree. And listen, also when you send the DM Matt, remember this part. I think Offset won. I'm gonna keep it right. Listen, hey, and you know why I think he won?
Why?
The pure visceral rage from other women when he was like, "You my BM, I won." I've never seen. It was like you know when niggas like watching a boxing match and somebody get hit really hard. They was like, "No way!" He said that. No way! Like I can't believe.
Bro,
that.
his comments, just look
Yeah.
at any of his tweets on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
I spent like 30 minutes doing this the other day. The comments are so funny.
Dog, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the ultimate Trump. That you got to go out on your short sword like that. You got to, because at the end of the day, you still my BM, 1,000%.
Hey, I will say this. I do not think Offset. I don't think there's a winner in this situation. I'll start there.
Oh no, listen. Okay, let me clarify.
I feel like Cardi B
We
will end
all
up on top.
lost.
Okay,
We all lost.
That's-
They lost. We lost. Black people lost. That baby lost.
Everybody
We
lost.
all. There were no winners.
All right.
We definitely
On the
got
same
set
page.
back like
Yeah.
10 years.
But I will say, I won you my BM. That is the way to go out on your sword. Like, because Cardi B being your BM is like, nigga.
And it's not. And to his credit, it's not like she a one-time BM. Like he three-peated. Like.
You feel me?
There's some banners hanging
You
in
feel
there,
me?
right?
You
Like
feel me?
you can drop one kid off with an attitude. You can't drop 3 kids off with an attitude. You got to put the seats in there. Y'all got to talk. Little bro need a to-go bag. Like
Literally, what she needs to do is drop her album. And if it like does crazy first week sales better than Offset's, then
And that was where I wanted to end the conversation was she is no longer scared to drop music.
no.
She got some shit to get off her chest. Now, this next Cardi B album
A
is gonna be
classic.
as close to as
you know
classic
what?
as
I'm
a
glad you
classic
said
can
that
get.
because you know
I'm
what I
telling
think. You know what I
I
think
am
what just
telling
happened.
you.
I think
Anytime
again,
someone goes through like heartbreak and pain
on.
like that, they drop.
Y'all heard
You
when
know
they
what? I
had-
ain't gonna lie, bro. Now that she said that, bro. Offset, you a real nigga for real. Now that I think about it, she
He did it
needed
for the
this.
greater good.
She needed this. She needed this motivation. She needed this goal. Like she would like if you really think about it, she was just gonna be, wife, mother. She was happy. I said, nah, fuck all that. Like
Time
you
to
gotta
drag this
lock
nigga
in.
through the mud.
You gotta lock in.
Because you thought your self-esteem was bad before.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Does she have to pay him child support? Sorry, Offset. I didn't. No,
Maybe.
Nope.
Depends what this
Don't-
next album
no, forget it. Forget Offset. I'm taking
I
it
don't
out.
know. They
Forget
might
it.
have like a joint custody thing. Do you still have to pay child support if you have joint custody?
Yes.
I don't have these problems. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You should do.
You do.
Yeah, please don't get into the child support game. That's the worst game you can play.
That's so gay.
All right. That was fun. I'm glad we did that. All right.
Points were made.
Anything else we need to talk about drama related before me and Ish hit football for 10, 15 minutes?
Drama?
This has been we're at
Let me
47.
think. What is? I don't know. Is there any other tea going on?
Anything you want to talk about? You haven't been here in a month and a half. So
Ah.
anything you want to hit, we can hit. I'm chilling.
Did you like Kehlani's album, the mixtape?
Of course. I haven't disliked anything Kalani has done since Can I? Since that, what album was that on?
It was good until it wasn't.
Yeah, that album. Everything she's done since that has been really, really.
I
really
agree.
good. Really,
Concert.
Good. I'm
ugh,
very sad I missed the concert.
concert was so good.
Did Nestle tell you what's the punishment for that fantasy football league?
No.
Okay, I'm not
What
gonna
did he
tell you.
do? Oh, because we got home late.
Huh?
Because we got home late that night.
No, not that. I'm talking about the fantasy football league we're doing. Like the.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, you'll see. Hopefully he don't come in live.
What is it?
We're not telling anybody.
You
Why
have,
can't I know?
you have to do the Drew Walls TikTok. You have to do a day in the life.
But seriously though.
But like you can't tell anybody. What
Like,
you're
you-
doing.
yeah, we're
So
not
you
joking,
can't
like-
mention it. Like you just gotta go do it and
Yeah.
post it. And you gotta
I
post
do?
it everywhere.
No,
No.
he
It's
did.
whoever loses in the fantasy
Yeah,
league.
but you gotta really do it. Like
with the Drake music.
Yeah, like I'm saying
Setting up a target.
Like no, he's going to Sephora.
Yeah,
like,
we're doing Sephora.
Like it's gonna be a bunch of stuff. Like he's gonna get like 4 different stuff.
Can you make him actually check out? Because I need to get some.
You gotta go to the gym. All of it.
Yeah, it's gotta be a real like you gotta stop, eat some food you shouldn't eat while you're recording. Like
yeah, like you gotta go to Crystals. You gotta do some stupid shit.
and you can't tell nobody while you're doing that shit. Like you gotta just drop it. Like this is the vibe from now on. Like episode 1 in the day of life.
Like, yes. Yeah, I can't. It was such a good punishment. Such a good punishment.
If he loses, he's gonna hate that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just be like, bro, this is me and Isha. I ain't doing shit.
Listen,
I can't wait to say that.
But with that transition, I did want to.
I built this.
I did want to update the standings right now. Chris is 0-4. I think Barry's 0-4. Daniel's 4-0.
Hello.
I'm back to 2-2. I should be 3-1. RIP Rasheed Rice knee injury.
He's on my team in the other league.
Yeah, he's done. Well, no, they say he might be straight. Thinking some black magic in Kansas City. But now that we're 4 weeks in, just to hit a couple teams because this is a smaller football part than we usually do. Yeah. Who you want to start with?
Let's do.
Because I got a couple victory laps to run. But I was thinking this.
Let's do. I want to go in the first victory lap with Lamar because I'll be quick with that.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I actually want to give you some points too.
Yeah.
I want to.
Hey, Stunner, listen up right here. Go ahead.
I want to give you some points because I came in here 3 weeks ago with was it Nelson or Barry?
I think it was both. I feel like they were both here. They were both here.
But I asked who are y'all more worried about, Cincinnati or Baltimore?
Yeah.
And y'all both said Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And I said Baltimore only because of their schedule.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. Cincinnati is 1-3.
Yeah.
The
quarterback got blonde hair.
And they couldn't beat the Commanders, who might be the best team in football. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Best team ever.
Like slick.
They quarterback Peyton with legs.
But yeah, the Ravens, I was wrong to be worried about. I think they're going to smash the Bengals this upcoming week at 1:00. They look amazing. They just look like they found their identity. Yeah. Our favorite thing, as we always say the first 2 weeks, is just overreact to everything.
Yep.
The reason everybody had Baltimore in the playoffs is because Baltimore is a good team. They were not going to miss the playoffs. There is a high coming off of playing Kansas City. I think you said that. Yep. There's a high coming off of that. So you're kind of a little down because it's a 1:00 game.
You just played Jordan. Now I got to go play some regular nigga.
You feel me? So it's just not – you weren't all the way locked in. You get a 10-point league on a team. You are much better than – so you kind of fall back, don't lock in, and your defense coordinator keeps you in man-to-man against one of the best receivers we've ever seen. So bad laps. But they have looked amazing since then. And was it last night? 2 nights ago on Sunday Night Football, they smashed the Bills. Yeah. And I think that game right there shows you the gap between the top 2 teams in Kansas City and Baltimore and everybody else in the AFC. I just don't think that the Bills have the personnel to play with the upper echelon, with those 2 teams. Everybody else, I think Josh Allen is good enough to keep them in the game against the other upper part of the conference with the Cincinnatis, with the Houstons, et cetera, et cetera. But Baltimore looked amazing. Lamar, they calling you a check down merchant now.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's when you know you made it.
Yeah, facts.
They used to do that with Brady.
Yeah.
They'd be like, he ain't throw the pass one pass, but over 5 yards. Like they tell you learn to take the check down. Then you learn to take the check down. Now you're a check down.
It go from he can't read the defense. It's moving too fast. Now it's he reading the defense too fast. He's just taking check downs.
So he looks amazing. But stopping a Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson read option after Derrick Henry has smashed you all game, Pauls, is unfathomable.
They literally beat them into submission,
bro. Like dead ass. And Derrick Henry being 30 years old and separating from defensive backs like that is absurd. Like one of the greatest we'll ever seen. Yeah. I am blessed to have watched his whole career because I was watching him at Alabama. Like, what in the world? His high school tape is ridiculous. Every tape at every level you watch of Derrick Henry, he just looks like
Derrick Henry is like the Kareem of football.
Yes,
like he's been the best ever since he started.
That's a perfect way.
He's been the best at every single level.
Perfect way to explain that. So you go to your victory lap.
My first victory lap for you niggas. Hey, Stunner. Hey, listen up. Lock in. Because niggas, listen, when we did the big draft special, niggas was hard, laugh. You don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be top 15? That don't look like a top 15 quarterback. The nigga who can't break 10 points, they look bad. Yeah, it was raining. Yeah, it was raining. That's another thing niggas kept. Best thrower of the football I've ever seen can't throw in the rain. I ain't never seen no shit like that. You play outdoors in New York, and niggas like, it's raining. You a grown-ass man? You can throw a football through the rain? What? Embarrassing performance. You lost to a quarterback who has 6 completions for negative yards. He was playing for your team, and y'all still lost. It's embarrassing. It's super sad. Robert Saleh, I knew you was a bad coach. We knew that. I tried to tell niggas he don't know what he doing. He's like, well, they got bad quarterbacks. They got a bad quarterback now. They got a bad QB now. He's not good. Like, I'm a Patriots fan. We not good right now. Yo, them niggas put up little 24 points on the Patriots. Niggas was acting like they scored 45 on the Ravens. Like, y'all barely scraped by, for real.
We got to learn how to deal with success.
We got to learn how to deal with success.
You niggas are 2-1.
You about to miss the playoffs. Like,
suffering from success.
Listen, yo, what's the Khaled shit? Like, I can't believe
success.
we beat Jacoby Brissett. Like, can someone find Garrett Wilson? Can anyone locate where Garrett Wilson ain't cracked 75 yards? Niggas thought he was gonna be a number 1 wide receiver, but not the second was not even really a victory lap. But I just wanted to see because I'm just gonna do we're just gonna little check-ins. Mm-hmm. What'd you see from Caleb this week? Just a little.
I wanted to go there. So
just a little.
So I said this. I don't know if I put it in the chat where I put it, but I said somewhere. The Commanders are doing such a better job with Jaden than the Bears are doing with Caleb.
Facts.
I know Jaden hasn't thrown an incompletion since he was at LSU, but they are making it so easy for him. Like, other than the one throw to Terry, the last one that beat him, which is incredible play of the year, everything he has thrown has been wide open. Yeah. He's just throwing to wide open receivers. Right. Maybe
the story on what they did with Jaden Daniels is just remarkable coaching. I don't know if you heard the story, but so Cliff Kingsbury interviewed at like 5 or 6 teams before. And eventually, including the Bears, he didn't get hired at the Bears. He didn't get hired at I think he couldn't get hired from the Bears because they kept Eberflus. Okay. But it was a couple places that could have had him. And eventually, he got settled in Washington. And if you remember, the Bears didn't even interview Jaden. Yeah. So the Commanders knew all offseason they were going to pick Jaden Daniels. From the moment he got hired, he was building a Jaden Daniels offense. So from the moment he got hired in the offseason, he has been building that specifically for Jaden Daniels.
That's beautiful. That's coaching. Yeah. That is why your organization matters so much. Yeah. And that also is a testament to the change in ownership from the very, very top of the Commanders organization because Dan just was not doing his job.
And Cliff Kingsbury is a good – like, I've always been on Cliff Kingsbury's side, especially in the Cardinal stuff, just because you really don't know because some people just don't – it may not be a good fit.
The Cardinals were bad?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Arizona Cardinals. In a division with the 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks. They weren't a great team. But I was Cliff Kingsbury coached Patrick Mahomes. Like, he helped create the insane nigga that Patrick Mahomes is. He knows football. And you can see it now with the Commanders. Like, that offense is operating completely different than any other NFL offense.
And that brings me to my Bears point of I kept saying my issue with the Bears Super Bowl pick was never Caleb. It was never that. It was everything around Caleb. Yeah. And it was like, and his pocket presence, which I agree. I said by the end of the year, I think Caleb will be in the conversation of a top 10 quarterback. I said that. I have no doubts about his ability. My doubts is about the Bears organization and the Bears offensive line and the Bears run game. But what I saw was, one, they ran the ball. Yep. That was a very, very good sign. Yeah. And two,
thank God they back up running back better than DeAndre Swift. Thank fucking God.
And two, 15 of 27, I believe it was. Was it 15 to 27 for like 150? Yeah. That is what you want to see the first few weeks of your rookie season. Yeah. No turnovers, not a lot of pressure, run the ball, don't rely on him to win the game. Right. In week 12, week 14, Ish is right, because Ish said something earlier where he was like, it just don't take that long for quarterbacks anymore. It's no more 2-3 years to see if you got it. Like, we know now, we've been trying to convince ourselves Trevor Lawrence is better than what he's playing. He's not. He's been showing us since year. Well,
you just asked with long hair.
We'll exclude Urban Meyer year, but since his second year, he's been showing us he's not a great quarterback. He's just an average quarterback. Yep. So you got to believe what you see. Caleb Williams, we can't put anything out for him right now simply because he hasn't given us enough film. Same thing with Jaden Daniels; they just haven't given us enough film. But Bo Nix is bad. I can tell you that. But with Caleb, it was I loved what I saw because
any
they
nigga
made
who nickname is throw picks is crazy.
That is but they made it easy for him. It did not look difficult. I had it in the quad box, so I watched the whole game. The Rams are beat up, so that's something we'll have to That's something that doesn't matter to me that much. With rookie quarterbacks, like you still playing against the best team you ever played against type shit. So I don't really care too much about the Rams being beat up, and their defense isn't that great to begin with. So I love that they made the offense easy for them. They need to continue to watch how the Commanders are using Jaden Daniels and how everything for Jaden is wide open, because that is a scheme thing. That is a coaching thing. Caleb Williams should not be in a 5 to 7 step drop back 10, 15 times in a game in his rookie season. That is asinine, because you saw he made the play we were expecting finally. He got around the sack, made the sidearm
throw it to DeAndre Swift.
Did everything he was supposed to. And it's like, well, when you're not asking him to drop back 45 times as a rookie, it's a lot easier to do that off script shit when it's not 6 times a game and it's once or twice. So I saw a lot of.
It's crazy because I was going to mention that play because it's easy to run out the pocket and just be like, all right, let me get it to DeAndre Swift and just take what we got. Instead of, I've been running the whole game. Fuck it. I'm going to throw this bitch 45 yards. Hopefully we hit it with maybe a pick. It's a little easier to be like, all right, let's stay on schedule when you're not slammed into the turf 25 times in the game. But, yeah, I thought he looked great. Other NFL teams that I wanted to hit.
Eagles, victory lap.
Eagles. Oh, my God. Nick Sirianni. Oh, man. Grace.
Wait, before you go, because you got
to wear this Eagle flag today, too.
You got to.
I know.
I just want to say before Ish says it, because he has more to say about it, Nick Sirianni should be fired right now. Yeah. Like, we're recording this podcast on Tuesday at 6:50. Yeah. Nick Sirianni should not have a job as of now. Yeah. And I'm not joking. He has lost the locker room. You paid him you paid Jalen Hurts $55 million. Yep. He's not going anywhere.
Right.
Fire the coach. When your coach and your quarterback do not get along, it is not working. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick won 6 Super Bowls together. And when they couldn't get along, it stopped working. If they can't fix it, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are not fixing it. Fire Nick Sirianni today.
Yeah. And Darius Slay, before I get to Nick Sirianni, I want to talk about what you're doing on this pod. My nigga, that's nasty work, bro. That is, listen, shout out to the OG Joe Budden listeners. You get a nasty award today. Listen, you get a nasty award today. That's the nastiest shit I've seen all day. We just lost. And you on the pod kikiing with this nigga?
With Micah Parsons, your division, right?
Yeah. After a nigga cooks you? After a nigga just sauteed. Yo. Yeah.
Sauteed is crazy.
Nasty work.
Did you see him tweet his stats?
Yeah. Like what you mean you played well, nigga? Like, what?
He tweeted his career stats.
Yeah. You his
career stats.
You are nuts, nigga. Listen, nasty award, huge nasty award headed your way. Like, that's a Larry O'Brien size nasty award. Like, it's not like a little, like, you getting a trophy, my nigga. But Nick Sirianni, man, listen, I don't root for a lot of niggas' downfall, but I knew it was in you from day one. I knew that Goofy was in you from day. And listen, niggas called me because the Eagles were good. And I was like, so what does Nick Sirianni do? They was like, yeah, he just, controlled the tempo and vibe of the team. Well, the team don't like him. So what does he do? What do you do, Nick Sirianni? Why are you being – like, when the last time Todd Bowles outcoached a nigga? You was outcoached by a mid-coach. They had 300 yards. Y'all hadn't got a first down yet. I know it ain't Jalen Hurts' fault. I seen Jalen Hurts play well. The receiver's not there. Cool. You got Saquon Barkley. And then what killed me, and we saw this with Arthur Smith last year.
The way they lost last week was disgusting.
They quit.
They disgusting.
But what kills me is we talked about Arthur Smith last year. Like, your team just got the doors blown off of them. You are not above any question. I don't know why you got an attitude with me. I ain't just lose by 40. I'm asking you why Saquon ain't run the ball. You like, well, you just got to do the math. We only ran these plays. That's not a good answer. That's not a good enough answer. You play in Philadelphia? Let me tell you right now, that's not a good enough answer in Philadelphia, my nigga. You don't play in some little shit state where nobody cares. The Eagles boo Santa. They boo everybody. Like, your day, I'm sorry, listen, you said, I'm surprised he still got a job. I can't believe it. I cannot believe he still got a job. Listen, you better be real happy Belichick enjoying his time up there. That's the only explanation I can
Bill
think
Belichick
of.
is having so much fun.
You so lucky Bill Belichick don't want to leave the booth, because if Bill Belichick wanted to coach that team today, you would not be there.
If he called Howie right now, they would fire you immediately.
That is true. You know that.
You'd be fired before the phone hung up. Like he would still be on the call with Bill.
Call him now. Now hold on, Bill. Yeah,
you for real? Get that shit out of here.
Call him.
Yeah.
But
get all them puffy sweater vests out, nigga. Like, I'm so tired. The Eagles have too much talent to be this embarrassing.
Yeah. And Jalen, everybody's acting like that Jalen fumble is that bad. It is. It's a little bad, but it's like I mean, like
but
I
he
didn't
can't
make
carry
him miss
the
the
team.
first time.
He can't carry the team by himself.
But and that was my thing. It was like, bro, like
I see both sides of it. Because my first reaction was, you juked the nigga. Like, where did you think he went? But my second thought is, damn, I juked the nigga once. Can't nobody block him.
And that was my point.
Yo, I already juked the nigga once.
It was like,
did someone step in?
It was like, somebody obviously is not blocking somebody.
Yeah.
I juked the nigga. I take a step up in the pocket.
Yeah.
Somebody should have at least touched him long enough for me to get this pass off because he was in his throwing motion.
Yeah.
So I see both sides.
Like if I was Tom Brady,
It was hard to
somebody get
watch.
him. Like if I'm Tom Brady, somebody get to him. Like, can someone help me?
I feel like I could have done a better job
with
than
no
that.
receivers.
Yeah.
But
Jalen, listen, I ain't gonna lie, Crody. You gotta tighten up.
Brody.
You gotta tighten up.
yeah, it's not. I'm cutting you some slack because you haven't been bad as some people have been making you. Like you've been making plays. You've been good in spurts. And again, y'all really should be 2-2 because Saquon shouldn't have dropped that pass. But again, coaching.
Yeah, also coaching.
So you would have had a better chance winning that game if you would have just kicked the field goal on third down. But anyways, or took a knee.
Yeah,
just
knee
took
it out.
a knee
Knee it
and
out.
kicked the field goal. But
Nick Siriana, listen, I'm telling you, I would love for someone just to ask him, so what do you do? Because you don't call plays. You don't control the clock. You don't call plays on defense.
I heard that he is involved in the play calling process, and when he don't like a play, he changes it. Which sounds like a successful football team.
Yeah, right.
Which sounds like I was a successful football team. Like, come on, dog. To the
I wonder if Kyle Shanahan's
Vikings.
sister won a job.
Yo, Kevin Stefanski is the coach of the year right now. I don't care if they don't win another game this year. Just strictly off of these first 4 games of what I have seen, that is the coach of the year, bro. I told y'all all last year that I liked him a lot. Yeah. And part of the reason I liked him was I saw how he communicated with Kirk when I was watching quarterback, and I was like, nah, he's different. And then I watched. And it seems like really simple, but for some reason, no Falcons head coach has ever figured this out. Yeah. Yo, he just understands how to get his best player the ball 9 to 10 times a game. And he's a receiver. So 7 to 11 times is a lot of times for the receiver to touch the ball. Yeah. And he just understands how to get JJ the ball as much as he needs to. But
and that
Sam
Darnold. Crazy.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Look, Sam Darnold.
Salute.
Hey, we was on this show. I'll date this for a second. We was on this show, Sam Darnold's rookie year, saying Sam Darnold is okay. He just got drafted by the Jets.
Yep.
And now 6 years later, the Jets still suck.
Yeah.
He's had to stop at the Panthers. Everybody has seen how the Panthers have been going since Cam left. They still suck. He gets with a coordinator that understands how he plays football, gets with a good offensive mind, reliable weapons, and a good offensive line, and Sam Darnold can play football.
Listen,
surprise.
Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, all was playing good football this last Sunday. But you hit the offense, I want to hit the defense, and specifically I want to hit Brian Flores because former Patriot, defensive coordinator for what I think is the best Super Bowl ever. He used to run our defense, and he's the one who stopped this Kyle Shanahan Atlanta Falcons offense. But what he's doing with this Vikings defense is the reason niggas want to outlaw 2 high safeties. What he's doing right now on defense, it's kind of making it impossible unless you're an elite player to stop it. Like when Brock Purdy walked up to him like, fam, I don't know what you're doing. Like
CJ Stroud said the same
thing.
thing. He was like, kudos, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. And they are really that good. Their defense is playing way over their head, but that is a legit team.
That's a legit team.
That is for sure. And Justin Jefferson, I ain't gonna lie, Justin Jefferson getting into that category of like, oh yeah, he's one of the best players I've ever seen
in my life.
Yeah, regardless of position, he is playing wide receiver better than I've seen. Like Dwight Howard block shots. Like he is so good, bro.
He's actually different.
Like
there are a lot. Like Jamar Chase is a really good fucking receiver. Justin Jefferson is on a different level.
The gap right now from receivers is crazy.
It's big. Yeah. That gap from 1 to 2 is big. He is different.
Speaking of, do we have any more info?
Are you going to Colorado?
No, I was going to Alabama.
Okay. We'll go there first. The last thing I wanted to do is just give my Falcons a little rundown.
Oh yeah, Dirty Bird Nation, stand up! Hey, niggas call me crazy.
Sorry.
We called that game perfectly. I called that game perfectly.
That game was good.
Good ass game.
Watching it at work.
Really good. So I want to say that the Falcons fans should be encouraged and discouraged.
Yeah.
You should be encouraged with finding a way to win a game that you shouldn't lose, which you haven't been able to do for the past 4 years.
Yep.
That's a sign of a team that is growing, that is a good team. Just finding a way to win the game. You didn't beat yourself. You didn't have an offensive touchdown, and you found a way to score 26 points.
Yep.
That is impressive. That is something to build on. Yep. But what the issue is you're still having the same issue of your best players not getting the ball enough. Yeah. Kyle Pitts, I'll let Ish handle that so he can have his victory laps because he called that the worst draft pick he's ever saw when it happened. And I said I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. A tight end at 4 is really fucking stupid, especially when Jamar Chase went the very next pick. But
and Jalen Waddle went after him, and Devontae Smith did too.
Lord have mercy. But I will say that I am very happy with the way the offense is looking stylistically. I am not in love with the way that he's using his key personnel with Behan. I heard Behan had tweaked his hamstring in the game. Yeah. So if that's the reason that he had 7 carries, then maybe. But I still don't think he's getting him the ball in space as much as he should. And I also don't think he's running I also think that Drake needs more open catches. Like, they're making Drake make a lot of contested catches. Like, they're all
contested,
Yes, and open catches, open catches lead to making contested catches because you hit the ball. The first play of the game shouldn't be a 15-yard contested dig or something like that.
Facts.
So that is the problem with the Falcons. But I still think the Falcons are encouraged. They're hitting the soft part of their schedule. They have the Bucks on Thursday, the Panthers next, Seahawks, and then the Bucks again are their next 4. So they should be very, very well equipped to be in the upper echelon of the NFC for the rest of the year. So be excited, Falcons fans. But Alabama.
I'm gonna start with Kyle Pitts. I'm just gonna start with Kyle Pitts. I'm just gonna name people that were drafted after Kyle Pitts: Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, Micah Parsons, and that's the first round. I didn't even get. Listen, shout out Eric Stokes. Shout out Odafe Owe, Jamin Davis. Asante Samuel, listen, there was some names in this draft that you picked.
Didn't Jameson get drafted after? No, that was the Drake line draft.
No, that was the year. That was the year after. But I think that's the worst draft pick in modern day football, and I can't believe that. Listen, I don't know what Kyle Pitts would have been pre-ACL, but y'all gotta stop lining Kyle Pitts up out wide like he's some wide receiver tight end hybrid. He is not that no more. He tore his knee open. He had surgery. He is a tight end again, bro. Let that nigga put his hand in the fucking dirt and run a dig on some Mark Andrews bag.
And still, he was never that ish.
Ever.
The thing that makes the great, there's been one tight end by the name of Ron Gronkowski that could line up against a corner
and
run a route.
It really hoop,
It's him. He was 6. He was a freak of nature. Yeah. He was so big, LeBron saw him and was like, that's the biggest nigga I've ever seen in my life.
Facts.
It's an anomaly. Stop trying to turn him into Rob Gronkowski.
Exactly.
You're not tricking nobody.
Yeah.
Line him up like a tight end and have people that guard tight ends guard him, and that will show you his extra ability of why you drafted him at 4 because he's too fast for safeties. He's too big for safeties, and he's too fast for linebackers. Yeah. That is why tight ends are great. Is because when you get a tight end that can run like a receiver, you line them up in positions where they aren't guarded by corners because corners can guard receivers.
That was my problem. Niggas was like, well, you got to think about it. He's really niggas like, he's really a wide receiver. But if you think about it, he's a bad wide receiver then. That'd be my problem. Niggas like, yo, he's really a wide receiver. Well, then he's a shit wide receiver, bro. Like, but I do want to hit, you're talking about draft, talking about young players, the Alabama-Georgia game.
Look, one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, college football growing on me for sure.
Yes.
Listen, it'd be 3 or 4 college football games a year to be like, oh yeah, that's probably one of the best football games I ever see. That, I've never seen no shit like that. That Ryan Williams shit is crazy.
And that's why you see the people that are like, I prefer the college over the NFL are never people that watch football for real. Because the NFL, you're not getting that. Right. Like, you're not getting it in that factor. And in the NFL, you're going to get 9, 27 to 26 games with game-winning drives and field goals, but it's all technical. It's all expertise. So it looks different.
A bunch of punts and shit.
And if you love football, you always going to prefer the NFL because it's it's the same thing with professional basketball and college basketball.
Right. Well, college football, you just don't know.
College football, you just don't know. Yeah. And so you get these crazy-ass plays, and then the environment of the college is so much better than the NFL. It makes the game that much more entertaining. Ish said that the NFL is the greatest TV show on earth. I would just put it this way. Football is the greatest TV show on earth. Like, this shit 1,000%. Is just different. That Alabama-Georgia game
I could not believe.
Crazy.
Let's say it now, because we'll probably chop this up for a TikTok. Top 5 catches you ever seen, yes or no?
It is a top 5 catch and run I've ever seen. Yes, easy.
Yeah.
Yes, top 5 catch and run I've ever seen. Yes.
I will say the catch itself is a little underrated because he caught it. His body's facing the sideline. He caught it. His body's facing the sideline. And he turned around. Like, listen, that is he's from Alabama.
Yes,
Listen. He got a lot of bread in his future.
He is 17 years old.
He'd be the best wide receiver on the Patriots.
His nil shit jumped $500,000 this week.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be a star.
He's a star.
That boy's a star.
And I would say, the guy I go to for shout out Stunner, the guy I go to for all my college football stuff. He said that this freshman draft class of Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, and I can't remember his name. He's at number 8 at Auburn. He's cold too. Yeah. He said, fuck these receivers coming out now. Yeah. Not literally, but them is they gonna be different.
Listen. I immediately got on YouTube and watched his high school highlights. I want to see him run the 40. I want to know what that nigga running. His shit was posted on my max rep. It's like, I think 2.5 minutes. Every single clip is a touchdown. He didn't put one clip on there that was not a touchdown.
That is crazy.
Like,
2 minutes of touchdowns is crazy.
Yeah, like 2 film minutes of touchdowns. Like it is nuts.
I want to give some kudos to Carson Beck and Kirby Smart because being down 28-0 off of interception, most of it is your fault. Yeah. It's real easy.
Shout out Carson Beck, man. Shout out Carson Beck.
It's real easy as a coach to not have your team prepared coming out of halftime, and it's real easy as a quarterback to think this shit is over with and not ball. And he came out in that second half and looked like the draft pick.
I firmly believe he played, and it's gonna sound crazy. I think he played as well as he could have in that second half.
Seriously, yes.
Including the pick. But
agreed.
I just don't think it's in him type shit. I just don't think he's that level of quarterback.
That's how I feel. That's exactly. I don't think he's a quarterback to win that game. Yeah. I think in order for Georgia to beat Alabama this year, it's going to have to be a defensive performance where the offense scores 28 points, but the defense has held them to 17.
Bro,
I don't think he's a game-winning drive type quarterback.
Listen, and I know niggas in Athens going to think this is heresy, but like, fam, it's 2024. Let's get a quarterback that's not ass. It's 2024. Let's go recruit. You're the number 1 program in the nation. Let's go get a quarterback who will be doing something on Sunday.
And I've been saying for the past gazillion years, literally, like if Georgia's competition is Alabama. Yeah. It is no one else. Georgia is better than everybody else every year. Last year, I still think they were the best team in the nation. I think it was them in Alabama. They just got the luck of their schedule.
Yep. What's going to happen this year too? Because they won't be in the SEC championship.
If they lose to Tennessee, if they beat Tennessee, they will.
And I think Texas going to defeat.
They're being Texas. They play Texas. They're being Texas. I'm not big on Texas though, so I could be wrong. But
before we go, how you feel about Arch?
Hold on. What I was saying was Georgia's only competition is Alabama, and so Georgia needs to stop trying to build Alabama and Alabama stopped trying to build Alabama and went and got a mobile quarterback. Yeah. But they need to go get a mobile quarterback because if you go look at the history of all the Nick Saban teams, who gave Nick Saban troubles, it was always a mobile quarterback.
Listen,
it was Johnny Manziel, Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson, and Trevor Lawrence could run. It was always running quarterbacks that gave him an issue. So that is what I'm saying. You need to go get somebody that can move. You got the athletes everywhere else. Your trenches are about the same. Your linebackers are about the same. Your DB is about the same. What is separating you is you don't have a playmaker at quarterback. You want this standstill pro-style offense, and you're in college football. You're not in the pros. Go get one of the top 10, what do they call them? Hybrid quarterbacks or mobile quarterbacks, athletes. Yeah. Go get one of them. Teach them how to play quarterback for a year, and watch they win 2-3 straight championships.
Because listen, shout out Jalen Milroe. I want to shout out him because Nick Saban retired. You could have for sure took the easy way out. Mm-hmm. You for sure could have took that transfer.
Went to Ohio State.
Went to any other blue chip school. You could have went to Michigan. You could have went anywhere. Stay home, locked in. And it's hooping. Shout out to him.
That's a draft pick you want to take a chance on.
Yeah.
That speed at quarterback is something you take a chance
1,000%.
117 yards and 250 through the air. It's different. But you said Arch Manning.
Oh, yeah, Arch Manning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That boy can ball. Yeah, that boy can ball. Because it's different. Like, first off, you're in Texas.
Yep.
And that last name on your jersey. Yeah. So it's something that's like gotta be in you to step in as a starter midway through the season, coming off an injury, knowing you still got another year, and really put that shit on him. Like, and he's really putting it on. I hope I don't wish injuries on nobody, but I hope Quinn Ewers cares more about his draft stock than Texas and don't play because I want to see him against Georgia. I want to see him against Georgia real bad.
I knew he was special because it take a level of maturity to be like, I'm Arch Manning. I could walk in here and be like, I want to start or I'm not coming. But you didn't.
Yes. Yes.
Arch Manning could have walked into Texas was like, yo, either I'm starting or I'm not coming, and they would have made that nigga start the same day. But knowing you not ready, knowing you don't have all the answers yet. Listen, that boy a dog.
I can't wait. Yeah. And lastly,
future Jaguar quarterback,
Colorado. Hey man, I came into
Colorado 4-1.
They're 4-1, bro.
UGA 3-1.
Yeah. Hey,
do
the math. But, hey, Colorado is 4-1. Their win total at the beginning was 3.5. It jumped up to 5.5. So they're almost about over the Vegas odds. The team they just beat, UCF, was the second favorite to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
College football. I've been paying attention. College football world is in shambles.
Yeah.
Paul Feinbaum is like, I gotta wipe the egg off my face. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. People are watching this like, oh no, like they're
really good.
They're actually good. Like, but that's not what I want to talk about. Salute to Colorado. I'm not saying anything about Colorado until after they play Kansas State. If they beat Kansas State, they're going to the playoffs, and I stand on that. They're winning the Big 12, and they win the Big 12, they're going to the playoffs. And I think if they get to the Big 12 championship and lose, just because of Prime, Shedeur, and Travis, they're going to be in the playoff anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
But I got to go to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Shedeur is amazing. Shedeur is an amazing. If he's not the first quarterback off the board, I'm going to be genuinely surprised on how y'all watch how he handles pressure situations and don't draft him first. Because I don't think there's a huge talent gap in between any of them. I think Shedeur's accuracy and his clutch and his calmness in big moments is what separates him from Quinn and Carson. But Travis Hunter, I'm ready to say that is the best college football player I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not joking. Like this isn't a joke. This isn't funny. And this is non-quarterback. This is non-quarterback.
Oh, non-quarterback.
Yes, this is non-quarterback. This is the best non-quarterback college football player I have ever personally watched in my life. So the people that watch Herschel Walker, Deion Bojack,
leather helmets,
in the leather helmets, I didn't see that shit. I'm talking about from 2005 when I started watching Reggie Bush until now.
Yeah,
that is the best college football player I have ever seen in my life.
I don't know if
Easily.
I don't know if I can play
and I mean, like he is a top 5 receiver in the country, and he is the best corner in the country. It does not make sense.
Can we exclude running backs too? Because I feel like running backs in college kind of not fair.
Nope.
Because sometimes you just be an NFL player in college. Like, like Adrian Peterson was an NFL running back.
He's better than Adrian Peterson.
I don't know if he better than Reggie Bush.
Yes, you guys. And this is the thing.
I just shuddered.
You guys would believe me if he was doing this at Georgia. The only reason everybody isn't saying this right now is because he's not doing this at Georgia, Alabama. Right. If he was doing if against Alabama, Travis Hunter had 7 receptions for 95 yards and an interception and 6 tackles, we would be calling him the best football player we've ever seen. Because he's not doing this shit in the SEC, niggas is acting like this is not what we're watching. This is the craziest shit I have ever watched in my life. I have watched every single Colorado game from start to finish. I have missed more plays than Travis Hunter has.
That's funny as fuck. Now playing both sides. You think he's better than Devontae Smith? Yeah, probably.
Bro, fuck Devontae Smith. Respectfully, I love Devontae Smith, one of my favorite players. But
Jamar?
Yes. Because this is why. Because Jamar Chase, who else was on that team? AJ Terrell, he's both of them. Yeah. He's both of them. That's what any receiver you name, he's as good as, and then you have to name a corner, and he's going to be as good as the corner, and you got to put them together, and that's Travis Hunter. That is what I'm trying to get through your head. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
Let me ask you right now. You think he's better than Ryan Williams?
Is he a better receiver than Ryan Williams? I honestly, I don't know. Like, that's why I said he's a top 5 to 7 receiver because the number Borden from Missouri is
Borden. Yep.
He is disgusting. Yep. It's a kid at Kentucky that is disgusting. Ryan Williams is nasty. Yep. Jeremiah Smith is nasty.
Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams are NFL wide receivers.
Like, today. Literally now, at 17, 18 years old. Like, so those 3 and my boy from Arizona. My boy from Arizona, he's cold as well. So I'm not just going to outright say he is the best receiver. But it is no question him and Will Johnson are head and shoulders above the 2 best corners in the sport. Like, Colorado won't get out of man because
he's too good at it.
Because he's so good at it. Yeah. Because he is literally taking away from half of the field. So it's like, we might as well just cover half of the field.
I am I'm not mad at you because as a Patriot fan, we are on tank watch. So if we do got the first pick, Listen, and I'll get on record, which is early. If Travis Hunter declares in the draft as a wide receiver corner, don't pick him unless you can let him play both. I'm going to say that right now. I think, and people can feel how they want, because of course, you know, he a young nigga trying to do something that's never really been done. But I think he's earned the right to at least try.
And that's where we end the show. I 100% agree with you, bro. Stop. People don't like to admit
Richard Sherman.
People don't like to admit things that they have never seen can happen.
Yeah.
And because nobody has done what Travis is doing,
Yeah.
people think it can't happen. Everybody keeps bringing up Champ Bailey, Charles Bush, and Deion Sanders. None of them were playing the entire game.
Yeah.
They all had packages where they had a couple. They were playing 30 to 40 snaps on offense and then playing all the snaps on defense.
Right.
Travis is playing every single snap on offense and defense.
Yeah. I don't even know how
No
you
one
schedule, I don't even know how
has
you
done-
schedule the meetings to do that. Like,
That's what they're like, and he goes to all of them.
Yeah.
Like he goes to all of them.
You have to.
They say he walks around and all he does is watch film. They say he don't go nowhere. He don't do nothing but stream and watch film. That's
Yeah.
all he stream,
Shout-
watch film, and
shout
work
out
out.
Travis
So,
Hunter, man.
so for you people that are saying he can't do it, he shouldn't do it. Stop telling a little kid, not a little kid, a man that has doing something that you've never seen done before. You have never seen any. If we would have said in 2017, hey, in a couple years, it's going to be somebody in college playing 140 snaps. He's going to be the best receiver on his team, and he's going to be the best corner.
Yeah.
You would have looked at him like he was crazy.
1000%.
So don't look at us like we crazy now because we saying he can do this in the NFL. And before I finish, I'm not saying he's playing 140 snaps of football games. You're out of your mind if you think you can play 140 snaps of NFL football. That's crazy.
right.
But he can be a full-time corner and play 25 offensive snaps.
No, my thing is, bro, 'cause
Like, don't say he
you
can't
see
do
this
it.
with the Lions because I have Jahmyr Gibbs in fantasy, so I don't know if people watch the Lions the way I do, but the Lions, like, if David Montgomery starts the drive, he finishes the drive. He'll play that whole drive. If it's a quarter, he don't care. All these plays, it don't matter who in there because the way he call plays, he's not calling plays by personnel.
Exactly.
They're gonna whoever drafts Travis Hunter, there are gonna be drives where he's gonna play the whole drive and then go out there and play defense. I guarantee. I guarantee you.
I guarantee.
Because if not, then just pick a wide receiver. If not, just pick a regular corner. But you can't pass up someone that good.
Bro, he is literally the best receiver and wide receiver in the country.
Yeah.
Like, if he did not play corner, he would be the second or third receiver taken.
1000%.
If he did not play receiver, he would be the first corner taken.
Yep.
So
I'm telling you,
you're
I really
stupid
hope-
if you don't use him as both.
Listen, Patriots, we need a wide receiver. We love corners. Listen, I take them at one.
I'm going every possession of defense, one possession of offense, take 2 possessions of offense off, go back. That's all you doing. And it's not like, and the last thing that they keep saying, bro, he's going to be getting guarded by NFL players and then got to guard Devontae. Like, no, he does not. He does not have to go guard Devontae Adams and then get guarded by Jalen Ramsey. For people using that analogy, they don't play on the same team. So that's never going to happen.
I can't stand this shit. But
Also, he does not have to guard the best receiver. If we know he's using the offense, then we'll use our number one corner to guard the number one receiver, and we'll use him on the opposite side with the number two.
the way I feel about it, I don't need him on the like, fam. If you have a number one corner who you got a part-time number one corner, we still have another corner. Like if he go to a team like in this scenario, if you go to the Patriots, we have Christian Gonzalez. But at the same time, it's 3rd and 10. I got 2 number one corners on the field right now. Like, listen, shout out Travis Hunter, shout out Prime, shout out everybody. Oh, the last thing I want to do, just a quick little hate, just because, I am Pat's Nation. You niggas that are tweeting, put Drake May in the game.
Are stupid.
Stupid, fam. Like, that's Fred Warner. Like, do y'all know that? That's Fred Warner on the other side. That's Nick Bosa on the other side. Like, Fred, like, no funny shit. Fred Warner might be the best football player in the world right now until Patrick Mahomes lock in. Like, right now, it really might. It's Fred Warner and Kyle Hamilton. Like, them niggas 1A, 1B. I don't want Drake May playing against him.
Deadass. Grace, we're done. Anything else you would like to add? Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay. I was looking at recipes on Instagram. I'm so hungry.
Me too.
Oh, my fault. I didn't go far enough on this list, Day. Oh my God.
What?
I also drafted after Kyle Pitts, Nico Collins, and I just saw his name, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Also drafted after him.
All
wow.
Right. Well, Grace, do you have anything to add before we get out of here? Any drama that happened while we were talking?
Nothing that I could talk about on camera.
Okay,
But we could talk about it when we.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Kembe.
Rest in peace to Kimbe and Pete Rose. Yes. And
John
John Amos.
Amos. Yeah, John Amos.
And what y'all listen? I don't even watch baseball. The stuff y'all doing with Pete Rose, kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Hi, I'm Kyle. And my life is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They like,
I shouldn't have done.
Like, I don't even watch. They sent a notification. It was like, Pete Rose tarnished his own legacy. Like, yo, fam, whoa, he just died, my nigga. Like, chill. chill. Like,
relax.
Yeah,
That's a wild
like,
headline.
Listen, the baseball niggas don't let nothing go.
They don't let
They
shit.
take that joint to the
Them
grave.
niggas is mean over there, dog.
I can't.
They are really mean.
Baseball
Yeah.
is crazy,
They be
though.
like, I can't believe he did that. Fam, he's dead. Like, you can let it go now, my nigga.
Baseball is crazy because the Braves and Mets had a 2-game series yesterday and played both of the games yesterday. I said, what type of sport is this? They played
No, that
one
was
game.
so crazy.
They
No,
stopped.
niggas played the game in the morning and at night. Like,
Bro, they finished the game
Yeah.
and was
then
like,
went-
all right, 30 minutes.
Run
And
it back.
started
Do it
another
again.
yeah, run it back.
Like, we was at the court. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I literally pulled into work because I work by the Battery.
Yeah.
I was like, why is there nowhere to park?
Yeah.
I had to park on the other side, like by Costco.
Imagine rooting.
God damn.
Imagine rooting for your favorite team and they lose 130 games in that season. Like that season, we lost.
That
130
sounds
games.
exhausting.
Like we lined
Well, they
up.
Like,
play
you a diehard.
so
like,
much.
You love the White Sox.
Like you love Chicago. Like you.
They play so many games.
I couldn't do it.
162 games. That
Upside
is
about
so
baseball,
stupid,
they
though.
do let you fight though. Underrated part about baseball. I'm just throwing it out there.
Another underrated part about baseball is you get to eat while you play.
No, them niggas be, them niggas be in
do.
the dugout.
Niggas
Like,
be in the dugout snacking.
they be like, wow, David Ortiz played baseball. Did you know the food David Ortiz was eating? Like,
That nigga had hot dogs mid-game. Like, niggas is chilling.
he played in Boston clam chowder in the shit. He had DH too, so some games he ain't got to play. Like some games you really ain't got to
eat. Like,
That's a role I would want.
oh,
Yeah,
that-
like-
I still get
designated-
paid crazy and I don't have to do much.
A designated hitter, amazing designated hitter that is going to make $20 million a year. The best job. in the world.
If I were to
Best
play,
job in the world.
if I were to play baseball, it would be to be a closing pitcher. That would be the only job I would.
No, you wouldn't. Too much pressure.
That's the perfect job though.
Too much
I
pressure.
feel like that's like the best.
Yeah, because that's
job.
like the make or break moment.
that's-
moment.
You
what I
come,
want,
you
yeah.
come in a playoff game and you win it 3-1 and
That's
give
the
up a home
coldest shit
run.
ever. No,
You'll never come.
This is why the coldest shit ever. It'd be like, yo, listen, top of the ninth is 1-1. They let you get like a WWE intro music. You be running out.
That
from
part
like,
is hard.
Yo,
That part is hard.
You be
Fuck.
listen, just jogging locked in.
Bro,
I know
the lights turn off in the Braves center. I'm like, what the fuck? Is the Undertaker in this bitch?
I was just about to say that.
I feel like if a cold closing pitcher is the best like you can get for baseball. It's like, yeah, you can hit a home run, but fam, running out from the dugout, like I ain't did shit. For 8 innings, I've been on my phone, like just vibing. Like,
With a hot dog.
Yeah,
Headphones on.
yeah, locked in.
My snacks.
Yeah. I'm gonna come up here. Listen, the nigga before me just threw 114 pitches. Broke his arm. He in a sling and shit. I'm about to walk up here, throw 4 pitches and go home. And still get the same bag. Like
That's real though. When you
And
put
it
it that
extends your
way.
career. You throw 11 pitches a year, so
That's what I'm saying,
you
yo.
can play till you 50.
we get to practice. They like, yeah, he need Tommy Johns. I'm like, damn, tough luck for buddies, nigga. Like he threw 200. He threw 200 pitches this week. I've thrown 200 this year. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is too funny. All right, this has been amazing. Thank you, G6. Of course, we love y'all. We'll be back next week. This episode is going to come out immediately, so it'll be up tomorrow. That doesn't matter. You guys are not listening to this on Tuesday. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe. This is Ish. That is G6. I am Rock. You can love us. You can hate us. I just hope you pay us. Show about nothing.
so
Deuces.
Time to